Krew Season Podcast. We are back again. This is episode 78, if I'm not mistaken. 68. Kenny T is in the building. OT is in the building.
You ain't give me no time to talk and nothing.
Super's in the motherfucking building. Fuck your time to talk, boy.
I'm D Trill AC. This is another episode of the Krew Season Podcast.
Alright. Pandering on level 1,000.
Oh, no,
y'all about to get it today. Y'all about to get it today. Shit. Let me scoop my chair up.
Another episode, man. Glad to be back.
Turn that phone off.
Somebody's phone is ringing in this motherfucker.
Trap booming. Y'all about to make me get in my bagalicious today.
Oh my God. Well, this should be a decent one for you to get in your pandering bag.
Panda Kenny.
Let's not waste no time.
Kenny Panda.
Been a couple stories happening throughout the week we've been getting sent. So one of them includes April Mason.
Why y'all got to talk about April Mason?
Okay, I ain't heard about this one.
So you're getting your pandering bag.
I ain't heard about this.
Okay, my bad.
I ain't read the question yet. He already pandering. All right. So.
But how I feel. No.
You got to understand from my perspective, it's just, you got to see both sides.
After my divorce, I raised my children as a single parent. And what I realized is
I seen that. Okay.
taking on all of the baggage that somebody else isn't doing was my choice. I never hear a man that is raising children alone say, I'm mom and dad. He never becomes overly feminine because he's raising children. But we as women become overly masculine because we are raising children, because I'm mom and dad and I got to do all these things, right? It wasn't until I started to learn, wait a minute, April, I'm watching my sons. I'm like, I didn't have to be mom and dad. But what I ended up started doing, I took them to the barbershop and they start sweeping up the hair. Now they got Mr. Chris and Mr. Eric over here. And I took them to be a part of different organizations. But what I also did, I had to look at myself and forgive myself for taking on extra stuff that I didn't have to, all because I was trying to overcompensate for what daddy wasn't.
My bad.
Nobody told you to do that. There is help available. But society makes us feel like if we are not superwoman, we're not a mother. I wrote a post that went viral in 2015 and said, please do not address me as a strong, independent Black woman. It's not a compliment. Because when you think of something strong, you do not think of coming to the aid of it. And at the Boss Up Conference, I spoke and I said, in the audience, you were in the audience, and I said, I asked the fellas, if you had some luggage and you needed an animal to carry it, fellas, what animal would you think of? An elephant, right? Something strong. Why don't you think about a cat or a mouse? Because it can't handle it. So when we are looked at and walk around as strong, what we're putting out is, I do not need assistance. I don't need your help. So anytime a man says, oh, I love it, you're so strong. I said, no, I'm not strong. I'm resilient. I'm not independent. I'm interdependent. Because nobody ever comes to the aid of the strong person. For most of us, ask ourselves, who comes to our aid? Nobody. So when I'm around men, my wrists are broke.
Thoughts?
That's a fact.
Oh, the shivers are always broke, right? Oh, my bad. I said that on camera.
You're going to start the pandering early.
I used to hear that a lot. I'm the mommy and the daddy. I used to hear that a lot. So she ain't lying.
That's one, Kenny.
She ain't lying.
Yeah.
Nah, but when I first seen this, I was like, yeah, I agree with everything she talking about. Except the part when around her hands are broke. That's cold. What the hell?
Oh, Kenny.
Oh, my bad. That boy Pat.
So he got all up on the mic.
That boy trash.
All right, let's get. All right. What's the question again?
Yeah, so essentially, she was saying, like, as far as like women, kind of this myth that they have to be masculine just because they are filling the father and the mother role. And she says, they have men out here filling the same role, mother and father, and they don't be more feminine because they doing it, because I'm playing the mother and the father. They stay within their masculine frame. And she's basically saying women don't stay within their masculine frame. Their feminine frame. They make 1,000,001 excuses as to why it's okay for them to be more masculine or to be in a masculine frame. And that's just not reality. Like, you don't have to do that. She's basically saying, like, who wants to reach out and help a masculine person. Like, masculine people don't get reached out and helped to in a lot of situations, but you can't want to be masculine on one end and then expect men to protect you on another end, because nobody protects the masculine. That's why she say, when I'm in a room full of men, my wrists are broke, which means that, hey, I need help up the stairs, carry this for me, open my doors, all of that, because I'm a remain in my feminine frame, regardless of, you know, what my circumstances are. So she said a lot of women in this era are just making excuses. So what do y'all think about that?
I think that's true. They want their cake and they want to eat it too.
Well, I mean, who made the cake?
I'm not doing that again.
Next question. The pandering must stop. It must stop.
I feel like she was. I mean, I feel like she was right. A lot of, I'm not gonna say a lot of women, but I think
A lot of women.
women put that.
Say it. A lot of women.
Well, I mean, they do put that.
A lot don't necessarily mean most.
At that point where they don't have a man around, so they try to fill that role, and then whenever somebody might call them out on it, being too overly aggressive or too stubborn or masculine, they'd be like, "Oh, well, here's the reason why."
Right.
And I'm like, "Oh, let me check myself. Oh, yeah, maybe I am doing this. You know, like maybe I should stay within my feminine realm and still, you know, be comfortable with people help me out or be open, or how should I say it?
I mean, yeah, just be open to receiving assistance. Be open to receiving help. Not feeling like you always got to prove that I can handle everything. Because, I mean, let's just be honest, man. That's just not attractive. A masculine woman is just not attractive. And it doesn't matter, you know, how masculine that man is, because that's one thing they try to hide behind. Like, oh, you know, I got to find me a masculine enough man that can handle me.
That sounds stupid to me.
It's ridiculous, man. Or I'll be less masculine when I run into a real masculine man.
Right.
And, you know, again, that's ridiculous, because just like she's saying, you know, how does your femininity get to be situational, but our masculinity can't be situational? Like, we can't, you know, okay, when I run into a woman that lets me be a man, then I'll be more masculine. We don't get to do that. Until then, I'll be in my feminine frame.
Yeah.
Until I run into a woman who's, you know, understanding and that allows me to be more masculine.
Now, can you imagine a man
That's what I'm
doing
saying.
That sounds crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of women get away with that. No, be feminine. That's not saying that, you know, you are helpless. That's not what that means, because feminine women run the world, essentially, because they know how to manipulate. They know how to play their roles. April Mason said this before. I could get whatever I want from a man without having to raise my voice, without having to challenge him and stick my chest out and make him, you know, feel like I'm on his level. No, I'm gonna be in my feminine frame, and I'm gonna be like, no, I want this, and it would be nice if you did this, and I need this from you, and this is what I demand. But I'm not raising my voice. I'm not sticking my chest out. You don't want to meet those standards? That's fine. Go find your woman that's better fit for you, and I'll go my way. You know, you can get anything, because men will do stupid things for, like, women. That's just like the biggest of downfalls of kingdoms and civilizations and rappers dying. Like, all that stuff ties back to a woman. So women have the power. So why are you trying to be more like us when y'all really control everything? Really?
Always said that.
Like, you out here, like, men out here getting money. Let's just be honest.
Yes.
Let's put it on the table.
Say it.
Men out here getting money to get women.
Yes.
Out here buying nice cars to please women, dressing in nice clothes to please women. If women didn't care about this, there would be no motivation. And don't get me wrong, there would be some dudes who just bought their bread regardless. But most men are out here trying to impress women. That's why they going to the club and spending thousands of dollars on sections and bottles and this, that, and a bottle that costs $40 in the store, I'm going to pay $500 for it. Why? Because I want to be seen. I want to let everybody know, especially the fine women in here, that I'm that guy.
Does he do two fingers too? Especially the fine women.
To find that guy. Shout out to Jay Prince. But yeah, so I mean, you know, women have the power, and they got to start moving like it. But instead of moving like it and accepting that, hey, I got the power, I can manipulate the situation if I really wanted to. No, I want to stick my chest out, and I want to be quote unquote equal to a man. You are not equal to a man. It's just what it is, and it's not like a better than us or a superior thing. Y'all are just different. I think Poor Man Podcast said it best. Like 2 + 2 = 4, but 3 + 1 = 4 too.
Yes.
We just different. You know what I'm saying? So. And I think the sooner women understand that, the less problems they'll run into. But if you want to keep being masculine, you're going to be single forever. Or you're going to run into dudes that's out here that's trying to smash and get out the way. But nobody wants to be around that 24/7. They don't. So we got to deal with enough outside. Why the hell I want to come home and fight again?
Straight up.
For superiority or who running this role? I mean, who running this household? It was interesting. I was watching a TV show yesterday called Selling Tampa on Netflix. Y'all seen it? Or y'all heard of it? No. Chad Ochocinco's baby mom or his girl recently got a show. She does real estate and she sells real estate, and she has a all black woman brokerage. And they out there making big deals. I'm talking about $8 million cribs, $10 million cribs, selling it like that. So it's, it's basically a reality show around that. And it was interesting to me. One of their clients, they was buying a $10 million house. Now they got their money because she started a hair company, or hair, you know what I'm saying, and it blew up, it exploded. Now a man ended up coming into the company and like working with her or working for her or whatever, but she is the reason that they rich.
Okay.
And as they was touring the house, when I say emasculating, I mean every time he says something, she like, nah, we're gonna do this, da da da, because I'm of a certain bracket. I need my stuff to look a certain way. He's like, well, baby, this would be that may be for you, but for me, I need my stuff a little bigger. This is just who I am. I'm not selling it for nothing less. Da 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 da. Every time he'll try to interject, she'll chop his head off. And it's just like, damn. In my head, I'm thinking, he cheating on her. He's cheating. And they got a whole family. Like, they got kids and everything. But in my head, I'm like, he's cheating on her for one, and he's not going to be with her long for two. Because I'm talking about, you can't even get a word in. Like, as a man, like you, and again, it's not about us feeling like we the leader or we the.
Right.
But it's like, damn, I can't even be part. Like, every chance you get, you remind me that we here because of you. Who the hell want to deal with that?
That's a fact.
And that's what a lot of successful women in this era do. And they don't admit to it. It may not be as overt, but they do it.
Yeah.
Just like we say, first argument come up. Well, this my house. Get out of my house. These my kids. This my, this my. It ain't no we. but let a man start talking like that. Oh, he a misogynist. He's a dictator in his household. He probably abusing his woman. So
that's signs of abuse too. What she doing to him? Mm-hmm. And verbal abuse to a man is worse than beating on him.
Y'all gotta watch it too. Matter of fact, after we get done with this, I'm gonna show y'all just a little piece of the clip I'm talking about. I'm just like, wow. Now she done made a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. The hair thing and blew up. She real popular. Black lady too. And I'm talking about every time dude open his mouth to recommend, well, I was thinking about this bathroom. Nah, we not doing that.
I would have said,
this.
Why am I here? On camera. Hey, why am I here? If I don't get no say so on nothing, just call me when the papers is done.
I think a lot of it comes to what people listen to and what people focus on. I mean, just like how we talk about how, I say all the time, how this music is changing women. You know what I'm saying? It changed men too. Talk about money, throwing in the club, getting hoes. And like a lot of men like that too, shooting and killing and same thing. You know what I'm saying? So when I talk about feminine energy, like when I think about feminine energy, I think about my grandmother.
Right.
She's the smallest person around, but she commands the room when she come in. Like everybody treats her like a queen. Mm-hmm. She doesn't raise her voice. You know what I'm saying? She's real calm. She's polite. She's gonna give you respect. But if she asks you to do something, you're gonna do it out of respect.
Right.
Because how she carries herself.
Right.
And a lot of women don't carry themselves like their grandmothers do. They just want to be out here reckless and wild, and I don't know. And then when I say that, you know what I'm saying, they want to be upside my head, but that's the truth. Like that feminine energy, those women that's always under control, that understands what's going on, especially like when their emotions and like when things are high, emotions are high, they know how to still command it and still take control and still just understand what's going on and not meet the level that everybody else is at. Mm-hmm. Like that's the person that's really honed in on themselves and understand what's going on. And so when we say feminine energy, like you want to think about people like Michelle Obama, you know what I'm saying? Like positive people like that who is strong. You know what I'm saying? You're going to use the word strong with that, but at the same time, like you can tell that she lets Barack lead. Right. Savannah, LeBron's wife, commands the room. Yep. But she lets him lead. But at the same time, you know what time it is. When strong men like that have a strong woman backing them, you know what time it is. Yep. That yes, the man is the forefront, but that woman is holding that ship down. Right. So that's what I just want more women to understand, because a lot of times y'all all are aggressive. It's not all of y'all, but it's a good bit of y'all that, again, because everything is new for y'all. So y'all don't understand that you can still be powerful but still be who you are. You don't have to transform.
Because they want to be the show.
Yeah.
Let the man be the show, baby.
Yeah.
Let the man be the show. You just as important.
Just as important.
You know what I'm saying? You the director. You get more money than the actual show. You don't understand that though.
They don't. That's why I'm.
You don't understand that though, because you see the show getting the spotlight, but in the background, nigga, hey, without this director, the show won't go on.
Exactly. They gonna know who did it.
But who wants to be a shadow?
They not a shadow.
You're not a shadow. When you're the director, your name is always getting bread.
Who directed the Spider-Man movies?
I don't watch Spider-Man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
What movie you watch?
I watch everything. But I watch everything, but I'm not big on.
Who directed Harlem Nights?
Eddie Murphy.
Who directed?
And he get paid from that, right? He get paid from that.
Who directed Paid in Full?
That's
what's his name?
Exactly.
Dame Dash.
Was it Dame Dash or was it
Dame Dash created it?
Yeah, but was it? Did they get Robert?
Who directed?
Lawrence.
Robert David Thomas. Did they get him to do it?
Who directed Thor?
Women still gonna get it.
Stan Lee created.
Who directed? No, he did.
Kenny.
Who directed?
Stan Lee did create Thor.
Yeah, Stan Lee did create.
You
I
know
said who directed, not created.
You knew who Martin Luther King wife was, right?
Exactly.
Like everybody that's in a power position, you know who their wife is, and having that wife by your side is extremely important.
Exactly.
I'm just saying you don't want to be the shadow.
They not
see,
gonna
look,
be the
but-
shadow.
The shadow.
But look, so let's get into that ideology. Do y'all feel like men should be the lead, or do you feel like it should be the woman out front?
I think the man should be the lead.
Because I mean,
but it does depends on how
In what
you
scenario?
It depends on how you
leading
lead
the
too.
family, leading how y'all move, making it as far as like being the leader of your family, the leader of your unit. Should the woman be leading or should the man be leading?
It should be the man, and
That's what it boils down to.
And he consults with his wife, but he makes that final decision. She should be able to trust him to make the final decision. We have a quick conversation. Hey, huddle up. Hey, baby, this is going on. We run down whatever it is, finances, X, Y, Z.
Exactly. And
this is what I feel. How do you feel? Is there anything that you, may think I'm missing? Anything you can think about that, I need to plug in right here? Oh, yeah, you know what? Okay, matter of fact, yeah, put that down too. Okay, boom. All right, now how does this look, babe? All right, so we're going to roll with this. Is that cool? Bet. Let's go.
Facts.
Like,
What if she says no?
okay, let's talk about it. Let's go back to the drawing board. What we missing out on? What we need to plug in? What we need to take out? I mean, until you come to a compromise, it got to be fair on both sides, though.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, like, as far as leadership, man, we got to look at it from a perspective of who's this situation gonna fall on. Like it's always gonna fall on our shoulders. If it goes wrong, it's our fault. If it goes well, it's our, that's just what it's like being a quarterback. Like everybody else on the team, like the safety could have played horrible, and he could be the reason you lost. But he don't have to go do the post game interview. I do. I'm the quarterback, and I got to come up there and say, even though I threw for 5 touchdowns and 500 yards, that hey, we got to do better as a team. I could have done some stuff better. He could have, the defense could have done some stuff better. The coaches could have done some stuff. We all could have done some stuff better. That's what being a leader is. But women don't have to do that.
I'd be damn. I couldn't be no quarterback. I'd go there. Hey, I did my job. I got 300 yards, 4 touchdowns. Hey, I ain't throw no interceptions, or I threw 1 interception. We got our defense trash. You hear me? They trash. We need to get some new guys. I'm looking on the Air app. I'm looking.
But that's real though. Because a woman's livelihood in a relationship is not tied to what she does. Let's just call a spade a spade.
Yeah, because how society makes it.
Right.
She's supposed to be tied to a man.
Right.
So if a woman wants to just not be tied to a man, she's looked at as too masculine.
Mm-hmm.
So now that's what problem we have now.
But that's her fault for trying to be too
No matter how much money
No,
she
we
gets.
just said society makes it that way.
Yeah, society makes it that way for real.
But
Yeah, I mean,
society makes it that way for
been
her
that
to
way.
be too masculine?
No, that she can't be successful on her own. And if you look at a woman that's successful on her own, we look at her like she's too masculine. That's why she's on her own.
But see, that's why I disagree. I don't necessarily think it's the success. I think it's how you carry yourself with the success.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
you know, it's because again, it's a lot of successful women out here that are still feminine, super feminine, and they don't even have a man. I just moved that way.
But what we say on this podcast, or what y'all say, I'm not gonna say we because I don't say it. What y'all say on this podcast is that most women that are successful are single because they're too masculine.
Right.
So it exactly made my point that if a woman is successful, she's seen as too masculine.
No, but it's because of how she carries herself. Because a lot of women that are successful, because women have not been successful, and women really recently got right 60 years ago. Yeah, if we're gonna be honest. So this is success is a fairly new thing to them, right? So with being successful now, just like anything else, I think I made this analogy a while back. It's just like black people that's broke and they finally get money. It's like I want to show everybody I'm going to buy a big ass car. I'm going to buy a big ass house, even though if I miss a payment on this shit, it could get ugly. But I can afford it now, so I'm gonna go do it. Why? Because I want to show everybody. I want to stick my chest out and show these white folks that we on the same level. Women are doing the same thing with this newfound success that they have. I'm making a lot of money. I don't need a man for nothing. I can pay for all my stuff on my own. Matter of fact, when we on a date, when the check comes, she reaching for her purse first, putting her card in there. You sure? You sure? All that extra shit. I'm sticking my chest out because I'm not used to success. That's what men see as masculine, not you being successful. Right. Because there's a lot of successful women that are still feminine, that are still want men. April Mason, perfect example. That's a millionaire. She still said, when men are in the room, my wrists are snapped. Open my door, help me up the steps, please, and thank you. My voice is soft at all times. I'm not challenging, raising, arguing with men, trying to prove that I can match your masculinity. None of that. I'm a woman. I'm arresting my femininity, and I'm still a millionaire. And I can still do what I want to do and pay all my own bills. My daughter is about to be a millionaire because she's working for me now. But I'm still feminine because it's based on how the woman moves, not just success level.
Yep.
That's just real.
You're still gonna be able to command the room. You walk in all loud and shit, trying to, oh yeah, I make just much money than y'all. I'm on the same level. You're not gonna want to. You like, okay.
You're not gonna stay that long. People ain't gonna want to do business with you.
Yeah, come in there and command the room. Talk like how you're supposed to talk. It ain't got to be perfect vernacular. You know what I'm saying? But just talk respectfully. You ain't got to be loud. Like you can still act like a woman. You got plenty of examples of that.
But I mean, I ain't met a lot of women that do that. That's really successful. That walk in the room and say, well, I met at least two. I know one for sure.
Exactly.
That does that.
They ain't the only one.
But I met out of the 25, 30 successful women that make a lot of money, I've only met like two of them that actually do that when they walk in the room, stick their chest out like that.
I get you though. Yeah. I feel like it's more similar to like the Housewives of Atlanta. Think about like some of the characters y'all watch. I
don't watch them. I don't watch the damn TV shows because that shit is all fucking facade. They gotta do that for the TV.
And that's my point. Like some of them, especially those women, a lot of them on that show, like even though they husbands or millionaires and whatever, like they still had their own business and run shit. Like they husbands don't, you know what I'm saying, have the money they have.
I wouldn't even go that far. Let's take it down off the millionaire level.
Yeah.
Just self-sufficiency alone. A lot of women that I know are self-sufficient. They have a mindset. It may not be as overt in terms of I don't need a man for nothing. I can do, and I'm gonna remind you constantly that I don't need a man for nothing. There's plenty of women out here like that. They got kids. They got their own crib. They got their own car. They got their own everything, and they move with an aura like I don't need you. Like you being asked, like it's cool if you're here, but whatever. Like and you constantly remind somebody of that. A lot of women have that mindset, and I think it stems from your upbringing. A lot of them come from broken homes or mothers that had to do that, or even if they come from two-parent households, the daddy is teaching them like, "Hey, I'm gonna make sure you don't need a man for nothing."
Yes, that's the wrong way to teach them.
When in reality, we need each other for real.
That's true.
If we gonna be honest,
just about to say that, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we need y'all just as much as y'all need us. But if you getting taught that I don't need a man for nothing, and not only do I not need a man, I'm going to remind every man that I'm dealing with, I don't need you here. It's like, what is my role supposed? How am I supposed to come into that and have any kind of role? If I'm coming into it with an interdependent mindset, we need each other. Let's work together to build this. And your mindset is, you don't need me.
You slut out, damn.
So what am I here for?
Yeah,
Slut out.
It's
But
bad.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's bad on the other side too.
Yeah, I was about-
Because
yeah.
if she said, hey, I need this man,
Right.
now she's gonna stick around with a nigga that's cheating on her, doing all kind of crazy shit, and just accepting it.
Yeah. So I think we got to find some kind of wiggle room in the middle, and that's another thing about these topics is we get to talking extremes. It got to be one extreme or the other.
Right.
But there's a lot of room in between here. You can be
I see it mostly
self-sufficient.
with the women with degrees, man. Like with big time degrees, they go get their masters or they get a hard bachelor's. That be the women that be sticking their neck out. Like, hey, bro, like that degree ain't gonna get you no man. It'll get you the job you want. It'll always get you the job you want, but it'll never get you the man you want.
Yep, but and also I think we as men got to take some accountability in that as well. And what I mean by it is when these women are sticking their chests out and doing all of this type of stuff that they doing. For one, we either still entertaining them and dealing with them, or for two, we trying to go up there and compete with her now in terms of the argument. Like I be online on YouTube every week. Women coming on stage trying to argue. You got men literally going tit for tat arguing with them, and it's just like voices loud, screaming, yelling. Oh, I'm just like that. That's not man behavior. Masculine behavior is, hey, this is my point blank. Period. This is what I'm standing on. You can do all that yelling, all of this stuff you want to. That's what women do. Do you? I'm not doing that. This is what I mean. This is what I said. Period. That's what a man should be doing. But instead, a lot of men in this era are entertaining that. And making them feel like we equal or we on the same level when we not. We are not. Just like Kevin Samuels say all the time. If you and your wife is laying in the crib and somebody breaking the house, who going downstairs to check it?
She looking at you.
So all of that masculine shit is fraudulent at the end of the day, and that's what I mean by we need each other. But you walking around here with your chest out like I don't need nothing. Yeah, but that's all fine and good until that peanut butter is too high on the shelf, or somebody breaking the crib or something like that. Or you driving and that damn tire go out and you ain't got no signal to call AAA. Then you need it. Then you need us all of a sudden. So again, that whole mindset, and that's why I agree with what she's saying. A lot of women have that mindset, and that's not going to be productive till you finding no man. Let me rephrase. That's not going to be productive till you finding a man with a backbone. Mm-hmm. You can find a beta man that's going to fold to whatever it is that you want to fold to, which is what dude was on that Netflix special. Whenever she cut him off, he just shut up and put his head down and kept walking instead of being a man and said, "Hold on, hey, baby, hey, cut these cameras off, baby. Let me holler at you for a second. What the fuck are you doing?"
You better shut your fucking mouth and get back in line. Turn these cameras back on.
You know what I'm gonna say? We got what, 3 kids together? I want a divorce. I want child support, and I want alimony. Because you are the breadwinner.
Why you gotta get child support and alimony?
That's
now?
what I need that.
Now you gotta change.
I need that.
Why you need it
Disrespect
now?
alone
Why you need it now?
accounts for that. The disrespect alone accounts for that.
So we can either get this shit together, or you could just cut me my checks, and I can go my own way and find me a woman that's a bit more cooperative.
And never get married because I need that spousal support. So me and my girl
Straight up
can live off of it.
your ass. Our company. Thank you.
I
That's real shit.
I think they trying to beat us too. Same thing. That's another angle. They trying to beat us, and I feel they hear a lot of men saying it in general, especially single men. It's like, I don't need you here, because a lot of single men will say the same thing. Like if I got a few women that want me, I know how to cook, I know how to clean, I know how to buy some food, I know how to iron my own clothes, I know how to wash.
But see, that's and
So I feel like
that's
they
what
use
I'm
the same thing.
No, and I get you, but that's what I mean by us feeding into that bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Because we do need them.
Absolutely.
We do have 10 women on our roster.
Absolutely.
But we picked her for a reason.
Exactly. Yeah.
If that was the case, we would have never picked her.
For sure.
If I got 10 women that's able to give me that same type of capability. No, them 10 women is annoying as shit.
Mm-hmm.
She giving me little pieces of quality, but the other 80% of her is trash.
Right.
She's stupid as a box of rocks. So she's not entertaining. She can't cook. She can't dress. I don't want to be seen in public with her. But this one I chose got everything. Mm-hmm. So yes, I need her.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that's why I say as men, we cannot feed into that shit. We got to move a certain way according to what our moral structure is. If women going to get emotional, they're going to do what they got to do. Now, if you're not compatible, just leave her.
Right.
But you can't try, if you run into a chick you ain't compatible with, now you trying to match her tit for tat and argue and shit. No, that's not what men do. That's not what grown men do. So, I don't know. That's just my take on it.
I need you, baby.
We need each other, man, at the end of the day. And we got to start moving like that. And we ain't going to advance as a culture until we both accept that shit. And stop letting this social media bullshit sway y'all opinions. That's why y'all need to follow Krew Season and tell everybody that y'all know to follow Krew Season.
You said you belong to the streets, but the streets belong to me. It's like home to me. It's like home to me.
Showing their ass.
We about to get Kenny engaged in 2022. I'm tired of this bullshit.
I tatted your passport up. Now it's looking like our arm sleeve. Knowing that was all me.
We ain't got no more begging music. That's why.
We waiting on Kenny to put this mixtape out.
When you see Michael Kors, just I ain't got no money for no Chanel, so please don't call me. That's that honesty.
That's that honesty. That raw shit. No, we moving along, man. It was a clip that got sent to us on Instagram in terms of getting cheated back on. I'm tired of talking about cheating. We've been talking about cheating for a long time. But okay, I'm gonna play it.
Long story short, he was locked up. I was taking care of him, whatever. He came home. He felt like because when he was locked up and I cheated on him, he felt like it was okay for him to come home and do it.
So you're mad at him because he got revenge cheating back on you? Because you cheated on him.
It was the way he did it. He was damn near in a whole relationship with the girl.
And what was your scenario? Like,
I was just having.
Oh damn! Technical difficulties. Restart. What the hell happened?
Everything. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm doing my part.
so you felt like you should have had a hall pass because you was holding
You
it
was
down.
horny, honestly, and you just wanted some socks. I get it. You was
But why you
horny.
ain't had that conversation with him?
That's what's not.
All right, hold on, man. We got to start it from the top.
All right, long story short, he was locked up. I was taking care of him, whatever. He came home. He felt like because when he was locked up and I cheated on him, he felt like it was okay for him to come home and do it.
So you're mad at him because he got revenge cheating back on you?
Because you cheated on him.
It was the way he did it. He was damn near in a whole relationship with the girl.
And what was your scenario? Like,
I was just having sex and going about my business. I held it down through everything. I'm doing 30-pound packages every month. He got food, commissary, everything, clothes, everything. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm doing my part.
so you felt like you should have had a hall pass because you was holding
You
it
was
down.
horny, honestly, and you just wanted some socks. I get it. You was
But why you
horny.
ain't had that conversation with him?
Because it's none of his business.
What? wait, are you not his queen?
Yes.
So why would that not be his
Okay.
business? So you expect a man is in jail and he falls in love with you, and then you hear that his queen has been deflowered, and then he's gonna come out and be okay with it? Let me ask you a question. Why you ain't leave him when you was cheating?
Yeah, why did you not leave?
Because,
My point exactly.
all right, long story short, he was like,
Thoughts?
Damn. So she said she was doing everything else. She just needs some dick. And Pee Wee was coming by and giving her what she needed.
Dropping off long strokes and
Why
getting
did
out
she
the way.
even stay with this nigga? He was in jail.
That's another great point.
Bro, there's so many niggas in jail with girlfriends and
Bam.
wives and shit, bro.
Bam.
Maybe he went to jail for something stupid.
Bro.
He shouldn't have been there. She was holding him down. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas get put in jail for something stupid.
Nah,
You know,
fool.
he had to do, how long was he in jail for?
Why you with somebody that's in jail? He
I mean,
can't
you
do
got to
nothing
understand,
for
you in jail.
He
your
can't
girl
do
out here in
nothing
the
for
streets.
you.
And you know what I'm saying? She already
If
out
you
in the
chose
streets.
doing something,
She was a freak
okay.
when he met her.
If you
know what I'm
chose
saying?
doing something
at
that
least
was
she
gonna
put
take
something on
you
your
away from
commissary.
me, we
You
over
can
with.
at least let her get her back broke in while she giving you 30-pound bags, you know, a commissary and everything. You can't let her go do all that.
She should have left, bro. She should have left, and dude should have let her leave.
Yeah, he probably should have.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
But I mean, he
you
ain't got
in
nobody
jail,
else on the
bro.
outside though. He in jail. He needs somebody to talk to.
He don't. He
Come
really got
talk
to me.
Hey,
I really
niggas say
want
that all the time, but you around 60 niggas in that dormitory. Somebody in there talking to you.
Well, you don't want to talk to him about what they want to talk about. He trying not to get his back broke in like she get her back broke in. You feel me?
Oh my God.
That's why he ain't no friendly ass nigga. I ain't want to talk to you. I want to talk to my girl.
Yeah, nah, man.
Okay, you know what I thought about the whole time that she was talking? Was how rational that she made it sound. Okay,
She's still cheating, but yeah.
Because I'm doing all this for my man, I deserve to be able to go out there and have sex because I can't get sex from my man. What does that sound like?
A man.
A married man? Oh, my bad.
Damn.
But that's real. So men say this all the time. If I'm paying all the bills in this house, I'm paying for them clothes you got on, paying for that car that you drive. I'm doing everything. I'm out here providing a certain caliber of lifestyle for you. And you have the nerve to withhold sex. But if I go out there and get it on the opposite end, then I'm wrong for that. How's that different from what she just said?
one in jail and one is at the crib.
One is
where you have
one is locked up. He can't do that.
Well, he can. They got conjugal visits in jail.
Yeah, but that's
once a month, twice a month.
Okay,
yeah.
Let's be honest.
That ain't enough.
How does that sound?
Damn.
Hey, look,
How does that sound?
hey, I'm on your side with it, but
Once, twice,
it's
2-3
basically
times
the
a month.
same thing.
what she's saying is if he was at the crib, she wouldn't have been doing it. But he wasn't at the crib. He was in jail.
So they got a long distance relationship.
You at the crib with your wife all the time.
Very long distance.
And you tell me, you know what I'm saying?
They got a long distance, but they only 5 miles away.
You know what I'm saying? But you,
Ooh.
you know, you at home with your wife and you ain't getting 6.
But Pee Wee 4 miles away.
I think you still need to go up.
Well, see, that was my point, though. Y'all, they said, oh, well, she only get it 3, 4, maybe 4 times a month. Oh, how does that sound? That sounds familiar as well.
There's legal reasons behind why she can't get it 3-4 times a month. There's no legal reasons why you can't get 6.
The reasoning is unimportant. The volume, the frequency is what we're discussing here.
What is the legal reason why the volume and frequency is not high like it should be?
Yeah, but in a lot of relationships,
when you're married,
there is no it's still that way anyway.
Well, they're saying just because you provide financial support, you ain't.
Well,
what else? You ain't provide
marriage is legal,
mental,
right?
Yeah.
You ain't provide
Marriage is legal, right?
There's
It's a legal document, right?
It's not a legal document that's holding you away from
But
your
you're not
home.
legally entitled to that ass.
Am I not? That wasn't in the vows?
No.
That's it.
What they say in the Bible?
They say to be submissive to your husband.
They don't.
So
say that
when
in
we
the
say
Bible.
submit, like the funny word about submissive, is that it's a lot of
It's
a lot of wiggle room.
It
in
is.
there. You know what I'm saying? So say for instance, I was a lawyer, right?
Wives, submit unto your husband.
Right. So submit unto your. So anything that I could just said I could put a lot of things that could fall underneath that umbrella. So legally,
Let me find that.
you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. All I'm doing is pointing out similarities.
They
That's all. I
gonna
ain't
say,
saying
they gonna
that.
say some of them don't be operating like this.
She obligated legally.
Come on, baby.
She is obligated.
Because, and you want to know why? Because I'm legally prohibited from going to get it somewhere else. That is adultery. Right?
That's a fact.
Wait, run that back. I was looking.
That's all I'm doing is
back.
pointing out similarities. I ain't saying I'm just pointing out
Legally, if
some
he gonna
similarities.
get it somewhere else,
Something
that's
happened.
a
That's adultery.
Correct.
So I can't go get it from somewhere.
Correct.
If you decide to not, or if you want to punish me for, I gotta just take that, right?
So niggas out here holding L's in marriage.
So it's just funny how, again, that, and not even talking about just most women. It's funny how she rationalized that. It's like, well, I mean, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Da, da, da. Of course not. I didn't tell him about what I was doing. No, hell no. I don't know. Interesting behavior. But we're gonna keep it moving right along. We're gonna get into a little sports. Recently, again, shout out to Dion.
Coach Prime time. Hey, Detroit would have drafted me. I'd asked for so much money they had to put me on layaway. This the man.
Yeah, he said that. He said that. He did say that.
Had to put me on layaway.
But recently, he got the number 1 recruit in the country to commit to HBCU. I guess I want to ask the question is, what kind of trickle effect do y'all think that's going to have in the upcoming years?
And I got about 10. I said 10, but I'm going 10 to 20 recruits like that coming next year. Especially if Dion stay. I think they gonna go to HBCUs, bro. Be around their people and play. For real. You know what I'm saying? Because you got them type. You got what? Coach Hugh. What's his name?
Hugh Jackson.
Hugh Jackson down there at Grambling. You got Eddie George at another HBCU. You know what I'm saying? Like you got a couple Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
Not just no Pee Wee. You got some Hall of Famers coaching at HBCUs.
Right.
Who better to learn from? And then on top of that, most of them haven't been removed from the game. What? 5 years?
Right.
Like 10, 12, about 15.
I just
Only
hate.
Dion got the longest as far as like being removed from the game. Because Hugh Jackson was coaching like 5 years ago, 3 years ago.
Yeah, he
Eddie
was.
George just retired like 4-5 years ago.
Hey, George been out.
Nah,
He been out? He been out?
Yeah, he been
Yeah,
gone.
dog.
He been gone.
What? How long?
Over a decade easy.
Over a decade?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
over a decade.
Okay, over a decade. Oh, okay. Well, he might have the longest tenure.
But this is the, well, for one, I agree. I'm not sure 2030. 2030 might be a little.
I said 10 to 20.
10 to 20. Okay, yeah. So I see that coming, but I don't see it like next year. I would say like in the next coming years, but it's under the stipulation of Deion, and that's the only thing that I hate about this is that it's putting so much pressure on him to where I have to stay here to quarterback this situation and make sure that the transition comes because Deion is a big reason, the main reason why the number one recruit came there because it's just his swagger, how he carry himself, his program. He's making
the only reason why they kid
for sure. He's making HBCUs cool on a national scale.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of pressure, and with that comes the big programs that's gonna try to pinch him away from there. So you making $4 million down here, we can give you 30 up here. You come up here and coach at Florida. Come up here and coach at Texas.
$8 million bag a year.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So
and
it's like
now we got a question. You're like, why are you going there? You going there for money? Because the kids, they can leave HBCUs and go to Alabama or some of these big time Florida and all these other big time colleges and get the bag themselves. And they're gonna get seen more on national TV of Florida or Alabama or Notre Dame or a school like that because that's national TV.
I understand that, but if the talent go to HBCU,
the money gonna go to
the TV will follow.
That's the thing.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
especially with the coaching and the names.
Say next year, out of the top 300 recruits, 10 of them go to Jackson State. You better believe.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
Every game will be televised. I can give a fuck what's going on.
I mean, it depends on who they playing against.
And I can care less what they was already televised this year. Every game was televised this year for Jackson State. Go look at it.
They had them all
every game
on what?
But
on TV
because of Deion.
What channel?
Because of
ESPN 2, ESPN 3.
Now every game was on ESPN.
Yes, no.
Was it on ESPN?
A lot of them.
They had a couple games on ESPN, but it wasn't like no Notre Dame, no Alabama, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you playing against top talent at that. But so they want to see you shine against top talent because you can say, hey, I'm here at Jackson State, but I'm playing against another HBCU like Howard or something that ain't got really that much talent. They got maybe one star
and a swag
or two stars. You know what I'm saying? That's swag. Let's be real here.
But look though, if Deion can stay there for a decade, and if these recruits start rolling in just like Smooth talking about, they gonna restructure Jackson State on the main scale, but they still gonna be at HBCU.
Yep. Yeah.
So but it's gonna take Deion staying there.
I agree.
And orchestrating it for it to make real change.
Also, but on top of that, Hugh Jackson will start getting some of them kids too, because hey, we facing it. Everybody can't start. There's only 11 guys on the field, baby. But you're gonna get that same feel if you go play for Hugh. You know what I'm saying? He a Hall of Famer himself. You go play for Eddie George on offense. You know what I'm saying? Running back and all that type of stuff. Bro, you going to get the same look. It's just they not prime. That's the only thing. They just not prime. They not the show.
That's a big difference.
That's a big difference.
That's not the same field.
That's a big, but
that's like you saying you going to goddamn Grambling and then you show up you go to a Grambling game, but then you show up to a Bama versus Florida game or a Bama versus Georgia game. But you know what I'm saying? That atmosphere is totally different.
Yeah, but it ain't your people. It ain't your people in the stands.
It's top talent versus top talent.
It ain't your people in the stands.
But look though, if Deion get 10 of the top 100 recruits next year, let's just say that if he get 10 of the top 100 to come to Jackson State, we gonna see a major shift in the following years after that.
Of course.
A major shift.
It's gonna have a trickle down effect.
It might be immediate.
Straight up a major shift.
I feel like the other HBCUs gonna start looking for some prominent ex-athletes and ones that have culture and ones that got some pull and now they're gonna get the athletes. But yeah, that's how it used to be.
And that right there can shift shit. But again, the money is gonna follow. Yeah. So now Jackson State gonna be getting new updated facilities. They're gonna be getting on ESPN all the time.
But
and this is an HBCU.
If they did that in basketball though.
That's what I feel.
You got like AI come coach somewhere.
It's gonna trickle down. Because you got to think
you got Allen Iverson go to Jackson State. Hey, AI come to your living room. You saying no to AI, bro?
I think like TSU been in the top 64 in basketball.
Players can be great coaches.
Huh?
Not all previous players can be great coaches.
I understand
you know
that. That's true. It take patience. It take all that type of stuff. It take knowing the game.
You ain't got to be all you got to do is you can still be the head coach, but hire the right people.
Put your staff together.
That's it. Exactly. Because they got a lot of coaches that's not that good, but they know how to put their staff together.
Mike McCarthy is a great.
They got the money though. You know, you still had to have the money there because not everybody wants to be assistant coach the whole time. So say Deion gets a great assistant coach. All of a sudden, another college, some big time Florida or something, be like, hey, I want you to be my head coach. They gonna leave,
but
he shouldn't.
But that year he was there, we kicked ass because clearly you got an offer. Right. So what that means is that other coaches are gonna be more open to come coach under me.
Yeah, but then you got to rebuild, put a new program in, the whole offense, rebuild the whole offense. The kids got to relearn the playbook again. You know what I'm saying? It's a big change, and
not necessarily.
That's just like with LSU. They had that one offensive coordinator come in there. What's his name? Joe Brady came there 1 year. They outperformed where he went to the NFL. LSU offense went to shit right after that. Well, I mean, they lost Joe Burrow too, but you know what I'm saying? It's a big difference whenever it's more to the scheme of things in football. Whenever you got to keep on replacing coordinators.
Yeah, but I mean, again, if you stay there long enough to establish the system, everybody can be called. You look at the Patriots. Offense coordinators come in and out of there. It don't matter. We run the same system. And Bill Belichick is a defensive coach, but we have a system. So I'm gonna find coaches that want to come in and fit my system. If I'm running wishbone, I'm not bringing a motherfucker in here that's running five receiver spread. That's not what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? So, but again, I think just going back to this Deion thing, I think this shit is great for this, and I hope that they stack some wins. Like they really win a lot of games this year.
I just hope
he won 11. He won 11-1.
Me too.
And they play today. They gonna play. They gonna be 12-1 by the end of the year. This their last game.
Right. So you got to keep up that clip next year. I feel like if you can keep up that clip
next year, they might not lose a game.
And stay there for about 5 years. I say just 5. I wouldn't even say 10. Just 5 years.
Be like Boise State.
Yeah, hey, because the transfer
portal, because the SWAC ain't getting into the playoff picture
at all.
Hey, because the transfer portal, he got like 3 offensive linemen that was 3 stars from big colleges to come. He got that big name linebacker from Florida to go over there. That white boy they call Big Country. They got him to go over there, and they got that wide receiver from somewhere in Florida.
What? Mark Pope from Miami?
No, he already there.
Yeah, he just transferred there. Trash. But yeah, go ahead. You can't catch the ball. That's just being honest. Well, I'm a Miami fan.
Oh, maybe y'all ain't got a quarterback to throw him.
Shit, exactly. You see that quarterback. You see that quarterback.
Is he going to the league? I think not.
Is that ACC Player of the Year? Shit.
That wasn't King, huh? That was last year.
No, King got hurt this year.
When it came from U of H?
Yeah. King got hurt this year. He got hurt like fourth game.
Okay, we can't.
Tyler Van Dyke. That's his name.
All right, man. We can't stay on college ball too long.
300 passing yards a game, 3 touchdowns per game, 6 straight games,
3 picks.
He's gonna go over there and Deion's system and never drop another ball. Yeah.
But okay, we're gonna stay in sports.
He said we're gonna get out of sports.
We're gonna get out of sports. We're gonna stay in sports. Russell Westbrook is rumored to be on the trading block.
What? I ain't hear that.
He's rumored to be on the trading block.
That story been out for a few weeks now.
Yeah. So when they put this whole thing together, I recall saying, this ain't gonna work. Braun needs shooters. Russ is a ball dominant guard. A lot of people saying, "Oh, it's Braun. He gonna make it work. Is this that?" It's not working. So I want to get y'all take on. Do y'all feel like it? Like looking back, do y'all feel like it was a good move, and do y'all feel like it could work in terms of them winning a chip? Because let's be honest, with Braun, it's either chip or bust. It ain't no in between. So how do y'all feel about this?
I missed the finals.
I knew it wasn't gonna work. LeBron wins with shooters around him.
Yep.
That's the only way he can win, right? Because he's so dominant with driving the ball and doing everything else with the ball. You get another player like that on the team, and he can't shoot. He can't even shoot as good as LeBron.
Yeah, he shoot like I think top 3 worst in the league or something like that, percentage wise.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
it's horrible.
That wasn't gonna work. That wasn't gonna work at all.
I think it would have worked if AD wasn't so soft.
AD is soft. But I think, man,
AD is the youngest motherfucker on that team. Let's be honest here. The youngest one on the team.
THT is the youngest. Matter of fact, Austin Reeves is the youngest.
Okay.
He ain't playing
nobody.
Major role.
Anyways. He's supposed to be
he just that game winner the other night. Boy,
he ain't no cornerstone of the team.
He's supposed to be a top 5 player in the league, literally.
You can say Austin Reeves.
And playing like crap.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah, man.
Ain't no way AD's supposed to be playing like that, dog.
That's real. But I think Westbrook should swallow his pride for real, and understand the goal of winning.
Nah, he ain't coming out that bench.
And come on,
he ain't doing that.
Who they gonna put in front of him?
He gonna fight the coach when he do that.
It ain't about the, you know what I'm saying, like the starting thing, because with the starting role, like they don't need you for what you can do.
It don't matter who they bring in there. If they still got AD on there playing
They
soft,
need you to come in
It ain't gonna work,
for them
dog.
6-7 minutes when they get breaks and all that.
it ain't gonna work
And
with AD in
dominate.
there. They
You
need
can
to trade.
he can still drop 30,
They
but
need
in
to
a
trade
different
Anthony
rate.
Davis ass for. If you ask me,
No.
they need a dominant post player, and AD is not that. Defensively,
Boy, they trade
He's not
AD.
that.
Boy, what they gonna get?
they can get about 6 players for
They ain't
AD.
KD go. I'm tell you that right
And
now.
get somebody that ain't hurt every week at least.
AD felt. AD hurt himself waking up in the morning.
That's
We just
real
need
shit.
AD was born hurt.
Need
I
a
try to tell
solid two
people.
guard.
Ooh, AD for
Need a solid two
Dame
guard.
and CJ.
No.
But you ain't got
Dame
no
and
big man.
CJ?
They need a big man,
You don't
a
need-
big defensive.
You don't need no
rebounder
big
that's down
game.
there.
You don't need no
Dwight.
big man over there. They got the white.
Big man
and
just do
two
the dirty
shooters.
work. That's it.
They got the white.
They got the white. Hey, the white boy, we need you running up and down this floor, boy. That's
don't
all
do
we
it.
need. We don't need no
The
points
White
from
can't do
you.
that. He too old. He gonna be hurt
Shit.
too.
What? You ain't been watching.
You ain't been watching.
You ain't
Dwight.
been watching. Dwight was one of the reasons why
He's
they
just
won the
not
chip.
skilled
How
like.
many minutes has he been playing?
About 20, 25.
Yeah, he's just
Exactly,
not
not
skilled
enough.
like AD.
They leave him in the fourth quarter.
You know what I'm saying? But
Third.
yeah, hey, if I'm them, I trade AD for CJ
Hell no.
and Dame and
They
put
need
them
some-
around LeBron.
First
They need
off,
some
Dame
size.
make too much money for that to be Dame and CJ. That ain't happening. Let's just be honest here.
So
Dame make just as much money as he make.
So
They ain't
Westbrook,
getting him
Westbrook
and
and AD for Dame and CJ.
CJ.
No.
Nobody want Russ, bro. That's the thing.
And his contract is way too stupid.
He making what, 40?
He making more than Braun.
Yeah, Russ is.
For real, for real.
36.
Yeah, ain't nobody taking that shit.
I don't know, man.
I mean, he 28 and 8,
But that be my thing. That's what I want. I would want to trade AD for Dame.
I would get rid of.
How
him.
can I get it done?
No.
Because if you put Dame over there, we don't need Braun taking the ball up. We don't need all that.
No, Dame would fit over there.
Of course.
For sure. But Dame not leaving Portland, for one. And for two, Portland's not letting him leave. They not trading him for AD because of everything that we just stated. AD is fragile as a damn wet toilet paper.
Westbrook making 44, Braun making 41.
That's crazy.
They just need to
AD
pick
making
me- pick me up.
35.
Just go ahead and pick me up.
Russ making 44?
Yeah.
I'll go out there and I'll drop 45 on him.
He making 44
Next year he makes 47.
Oh, my God.
Oh, you got to cut him.
Who signed that contract?
You got to cut.
Who made that? Hey, that boy agent a legend. Hey, shout out to Russ agent. That boy a legend. 44 this year and 47 next year?
Fam, everybody on the team make the vet minimum down there.
Yeah, because they don't have no money to pay nobody.
Literally.
Braun make what, 41?
Yeah.
AD make 35. You said 35?
THT make 9.5. Kendrick Nunn make 5. Everybody
Russ
else
making 40. He a
everybody
high
else
pay player
bet
on the
me.
team.
Everybody else 2-6, 2-6, 2-6, 2-6, 2-6, 2-6.
Melo making 2-6.
2-6, 2-6, 2-6, 2-6, 2-6.
Melo making 2-6.
They ain't winning shit, man. Let's just call it a spade.
Chill out.
Spade. But before we get out of here,
We need a guard.
before we get off, y'all should have signed Buddy Hill like I told y'all.
I
That's-
agree.
That's neither here nor there.
I agree with that.
See here nor
We need
there.
a bucket getter or like the DeMar DeRozan or something.
Finals picks in how many games?
I got Warriors in 5. I don't care who going on.
Don't Clay come back next week?
Next him
January,
and Wiseman.
January.
Him and Wiseman.
Yep. And they say he looking like Clay.
You can see
good
Clay
luck.
and I mean you can see Golden State and
I got Warriors in 5. I
Don't tell me what you can see. Pick a team and how many games are they winning.
I got Warriors in 5.
I got 2 scenarios. Fuck y'all.
This nigga's the king of the gray area.
I
Boy,
got
pick a team.
Giannis in 6.
Oh, shit.
It don't matter who it is.
Giannis versus the Warriors.
That's
Steph
crazy.
beat him in 5.
That's
It
crazy.
could
They
be
got
possible
size
when I
over
say
there.
Giannis in 6.
got
Man.
size.
Steph beat him in 5 for the MVP
I'm going.
and 40 bucket on the end. Go ahead and retire right there, Steph.
I'm
They're
going.
going to put you on the route Mount Rushmore.
I'm going Warriors in 6, and Steph getting his first Finals MVP
Yeah, that's what I'm going with.
after winning league MVP.
But I'm going 5 games.
But continue.
But I'm going 5 games. Ooh, Steph going to win the chip, league MVP,
Versus who,
and
though?
Finals
Who
MVP.
you got coming out the East?
Don't matter. But if I had to pick somebody, I say the Bucks. I just can't see KD being able to carry them now again. If they run into
Oh, you see
Giannis
they
and them,
folded, huh?
they gonna lose the same way.
You see they folded?
They ain't fold.
Yeah,
New York ain't fold.
No.
You talking about Kyrie.
I'm
Kyrie
talking
coming
about
back.
Kyrie.
I know New York ain't fold. He can play outside.
play in
he
the-
can't
no,
play
away
in New
games.
York.
No,
He can play away
not
games.
saying
New
the
York.
team.
But the team folded to let him play.
Well, the team wanted him to play. It was New York that wouldn't let him play.
Yeah, but they said we not about to have a guy at the beginning of the season. They was like, we not about to have a guy that play on the road and not at home. And now y'all folded because y'all need him.
Yeah, because James Harden is playing like bullshit ever since the ref stopped blowing whistles for that little acting job he been doing for the past decade. Now he looking real pedestrian.
Yeah, average player, huh?
Crazy how that
When
works.
that whistle don't blow, you an average player now.
Crazy
Boy.
how
And the
that
only
works.
way they're gonna win is if they
Damn.
book me, sign me to a 1-year contract.
Don't quote me. I need another prediction. Once
No, we gonna quote you.
Close
Pick
to
a
the
team.
playoffs. Close
Kenny,
to the playoffs.
Kenny buckets. Be prepared
Go
to
to
get
state
your
of
jerseys.
Milwaukee, and I'm gonna have to go.
And how many games?
Bucks in 6.
No, my God. That's hate talking.
my nigga,
That's
hey,
hate talking right there.
Man,
That's hate talking right there.
Giannis an animal, bro.
Hey, he
is.
I
Giannis
can't.
an animal,
Hey,
bro.
I can't hate.
He is.
But I sure wish he would have signed with the Warriors. They
That shit would've been
They
illegal,
the lopsided
Hey,
league
my
for like
brother,
5 years.
my brother did probably go kill me too, but it's funny. Yeah, but go to State Cold. Go to State Cold this shit. I want them to win.
I want
it's
them
hard.
to win.
It's hard, man. It's hard. It's hard.
But
Because
if
honestly,
Steph-
Steph and Giannis my next 2 favorite players outside of LeBron.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
That's
But if
playing
Steph
right
go
now.
get his 4th ring, how they built now, you got to put him ahead of Braun, man.
No.
Whoa.
I'm sorry.
Put him ahead of Braun.
No, I'm sorry, bro.
All right, next
No, I
topic.
can't do
Get
that.
ahead
I can't
of
do
yourself.
that.
Get ahead of
I
yourself.
can't do that. But
Get
let's
ahead of
let's
yourself.
move along.
I love you though.
League MVP
move
at
along.
30. And how old he
He
is?
ain't never
30
been-
what?
But he ain't never
33.
been finals.
33.
He ain't never been
Finals
finals.
MVP.
He ain't never been finals.
And beat Giannis in 5.
No.
Okay.
Come on, bro.
Okay. We gonna move along. Music, man.
You
Let's
and your
get into
takes.
music.
You and your
Okay.
takes.
Ross put out a new album,
Greatest rap. One of the greatest rappers ever.
Richer Than I Ever Been.
On a scale of 1 to 10,
1 to 10. What's
Scale
your
of 1
review?
to 10, I give it a 7.
I give him a 6.
give him a 7.
I give it a 3.
I give it a 7. I give it a 5. I give it a 5.
I was a little disappointed.
Because I've only played it twice.
I go 6. I go 6.5 for real.
That's biased
6.5
talking.
and 7.
But go ahead. Go ahead.
I
No,
give,
that's just me listening to the records. It's a few records I would have trashed.
I just don't understand.
give it a 3.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Fam,
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
fam, when I first heard that, I was like, "Are you serious?"
That record would
I
have been tossed.
tweeted that. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Really? Come on, man.
All right, cause look, I'm riding with I'm not riding with number 1, 2, and 3. I'm riding with 4, of course.
Say the tracks, man.
That's another thing. The intro just wasn't that hard to me.
No.
And
It-
normally
it-
Ross' intro
Yes.
is hard.
Yes.
Sets the tone for the project.
And it didn't.
And it just didn't. I was like,
You know what I'm
damn.
saying? I'm definitely riding with number 10, which is Imperial High. I'm riding with
Best song
Outlaws.
on the album.
I'm riding with Outlaws with
Almost.
Jasmine Sullivan.
Oh, compared to what?
Almost. I told you.
Richer Than I Ever Been. I'm riding with Richer Than I Ever
Hold on.
Been.
And that album
mid.
is a
That's mid.
freaking
Wig-
3.
Wiggle I would have tossed.
Hella Smoke was my shit.
But Wiz.
Yes.
That ain't the best though.
That
I mean,
ain't
it's,
the
it's hard, but it ain't the best.
I'd have tossed Wiggle.
It's 3.5 songs on there. That's good.
Yeah.
So that's why you get a 3.5.
And
How many songs on there? 10?
It's 12.
It's 12.
12? Well,
It's
you're going to get
12.
a 3.5 because you should have had 2. You had extra credit and you failed extra credit.
damn. Yeah, it's one song I'd have tossed, which is Wiggle. I'd have tossed that. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'd have tossed that. But it's only like 3 songs on here I would actually ride to. Like, y'all know how I like to listen.
Of course, Outlaws was
How
like.
many times have you replayed that album? Let's be
A
honest
lot.
here.
But I skip the songs. I play Rap Estates. I'll play Outlaws. I play Imperial. High,
And that's
I
it for
play
me.
Richer Than I Ever Been.
That's it for me.
Right.
Well, Hella Smoke with Wiz is hard. So it's 4 on there that I go back and
So
listen
that's
to.
the ones that I've listened to. But everything else I skipped over.
Damn, Ross.
You know what
Come
I'm
on, Ross.
3.5. Y'all giving them 6s and shit. That
Yeah.
motherfucker.
I said a 5.
But the only reason why I'm giving them that for real, because I could listen to the other ones, just not on repeat. Like
They
I'm
not
boom.
trash. Like Wiggle is trash.
I can listen
but they
to
not
Wiggle
trash.
songs.
But they just kind of.
When
They
they
not-
come,
they
when they
not
come
the-
on
they
and I'm
not raw
driving the car,
standards.
I'm changing the song.
They not Ross standards of his
Yeah,
caliber.
it's not of Ross caliber.
And I expected more with him and Benny. I think that's where my disappointment lied at. When I seen Benny on the record, I expected
just
something
knew.
totally different.
You just knew, yeah.
And then I heard the beat, and I'm just like, fuck. I knew it wasn't gonna be hard. As soon as I heard the beat, I was like, damn. But I mean, Benny coming in and do what he do. But come on, Ross. Come on, Ross.
You know who album did go hard?
Ross, man.
That boy Russ.
Yeah, Russ album.
I hadn't heard that yet.
Russ.
tough.
Hey.
I hadn't heard
Russ
that.
keep
Yet.
Russ.
Hey, I ain't know who Kid was though, dude. Hey.
You never heard of Russ?
No, that was my first time ever listening to Russ.
And then Russ do his
No skips.
He do his
No
own
skips.
everything. He do his
But-
own everything.
But we ain't gonna sit up here and act like Tory Lanez album just ain't cold.
You ain't heard it yet, B?
Not yet.
We ain't gonna.
I'm gonna listen to it today.
Hey,
We ain't
Tory
gonna sit
shit-
up here and act
Tory
like that
shit
man
nice.
album ain't.
Speaking of Tory,
Did y'all hear that?
oh,
Tongues Take 24. Why y'all never support your boy? This is what I get whenever I want to drop my album.
Nigga said tongues tape 24.
Hey, another thing. Have y'all listened to that Roddy Ricch? That came out Thursday.
No.
Yeah,
Now, Roddy Ricch album is hard.
Roddy, it's hard. It's hard. It is hard.
I don't know about Tory Lanez.
I don't listen to Roddy
But
Ricch.
Tory Lanez shit, you listen to Tory Lanez shit yet?
Tory shit.
The 80s album?
Tory shit like the 80s.
No, Kenny.
You listen? I did. I don't even think I downloaded it.
Play that first track. Matter of fact, you like The Weeknd. This shit sound like some Weeknd shit.
Bro.
He cooking on there.
Bro, I couldn't believe it. I thought it was gonna be some like just the sound of the 80s, but him rapping like now.
I'm gonna have to cut that out. You can't put it on YouTube. I'm gonna turn the music on. They gonna flag the shit out of it. You know what's crazy? Like our last 2-3 episode, we ain't been able to monetize. They've been flagging the shit out of us for them.
Damn, that's crazy.
For real?
And we ain't even been playing songs. I don't know, but I think it's the cuts. Like YouTube cracking down on that cuts and shit. That's why I've been noticing like a lot of like big creators videos. They starting to bleep out all the cuss words. YouTube ain't playing about
You
that.
might as well
What
just
the
bleep
gold
out
mean?
the
Oh, okay.
whole damn
Gold mean
episode,
limited.
man.
I just saw that. Gold mean limited.
Yeah, it means like if you got YouTube Premium, then they'll run ads on everybody that got Premium. So you basically getting less money because most people don't have Premium.
Damn.
So that's the thing.
But still, yeah, it ain't. Tory Lanez album made better than Roddy Ricch album.
Nah. I can't lie about that. But that album, what he shot for, was perfect. It was perfect.
Okay, and then we're gonna get into some just throwaway news, man. Freddie Gibbs, Jim Jones got in a fight. I don't.
Gibbs boys ran down on him, huh?
Nah, I just heard Jim Jones boys ran down on Gibbs.
That's what we heard.
Yeah. But I mean, Gibbs was on camera the next day. He was showing his face like it looked like nothing happened. But they say Jim Jones people got in a fight with Freddie Gibbs people coming out of Prime 112. Shout out to Prime 112 with them overrated ass steaks. But yeah, that's what happened.
Well, we ain't getting no sponsorship.
Oh, I thought Freddie was running down on him.
Nah,
That's what I heard.
He tried to, but Jones came down on him hard.
Came down on him.
Oh.
But again, I feel like that's throwaway news, man. Let's get into quick hits.
This is what we came here for.
Okay, O sent me a message. I'm just gonna read it. I want to get y'all response to it. LOL. No, when it started with LOL, some bullshit coming. Am I being shallow if I don't pay this man $40? Here's the backstory. We went out last night. The place he wanted to go, I didn't want to go. So he said, come over here and we can drink and smoke hookah and no one has to spend no money. So I said, okay. I went over there. We had drinks and hookah and then I said I was hungry. He said, okay. He drives us to the place I said I didn't want to go to. He says, follow his lead. But the door person wouldn't let us in without paying. So he looked at me to pay the $25.
That's 3 stretch right there.
We sit down. I order my food. The music is loud. I don't know what he orders. I go to the bathroom, come back, my wings at the table. He ordered wings and a hookah. The bill comes and I'm like, I didn't smoke no hookah. I didn't want it. He angrily pays the bill, which I was willing to pay for our food, but he pays then when we're in the car, says that the bill was $76 and he used his last to pay it. So could I cash out him $40? So to ask the question from the top, am I being shallow if I don't pay this man $40?
Being shallow? If you don't, what? Man, better tell that nigga to keep it pushing, bro. Fuck wrong with these cheap ass niggas out here. And then he wanted the hookah and expected you to pay for it?
He didn't want to go nowhere.
But why you order hookah if you ain't got no money?
You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got no, if you go, why you ordering shit?
Why you gonna tell me follow your lead? And we go here and you order hookah and a 12
Don't
piece.
sit your stupid ass
Follow
down.
my lead.
Then you ordered a 12 piece and expected her to pay for everything.
And then talking about I use my last to
Took
come
her
here.
to the place that she didn't want to go to.
Bro.
You got the doorman looking at her.
Couldn't
looking at
get
the doorman.
in at the door. She had to pay.
Fam.
He invited you over to the crib.
I wonder
first.
why she graced him with her presence after that. Because at the door, when that shit happened, she should have left right there.
The bar is real low.
I've been trying to say that.
She should have left right there.
Bar is real low.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Y'all got to start embarrassing these niggas out here, man.
Yeah, like you really should embarrass that nigga right there at that door. You know what I'm saying? And dip.
And y'all can't get mad when they do shit like that. Y'all cannot flip out. Can't get mad. Call out her name. If you broke, you shouldn't be going out. Or just
if you broke, just say that.
Just
bro.
tell her.
Hey, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Just tell her.
I know
Look,
we
I
make
ain't got
that a
no
joke.
fucking money this month.
Hey, I know we making that a joke, but if a nigga handling his business,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You got your own place, you got your own car. Yeah, hey, I'm working, but you know what I'm saying? I ain't got too many dimes for myself when I'm done paying all these bills. Right. A woman will respect that more than you stunting out here, you know what I'm saying? Acting like you got some shit and then you making her front everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let her know what it is from the jump. Hey, bro, look, I got all my own shit, but I ain't got no extra money like that. You know what I'm saying? When I party in spurts. When I get extra money, you know, if I choose to go do that, then that's what I do.
You gotta catch me the check after payday, after.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the free check.
You know what the problem is? The problem is broke people dating, period. That's the problem. Broke people should not be dating. Broke people should be focusing on getting to the bag.
But that'll mean most people on this planet won't be dating.
Then they don't need to be dating. They need to be focusing on establishing themselves. And just like we talk about all the time, it's about sense of self, getting yourself together. What good can you offer somebody if your ass is unstable? You don't have $76 in your account and you are worried about finding a significant other. And you're supposed to be the man. You're supposed to be the leader. Again, we say it all the time. A man's role in a relationship is to protect, provide, and support and have emotional intelligence. You can't do at least 2 of those things. So what the hell are you doing going on dates? You need to be trying to find a better job. You need to be trying to find another side hustle. You need to be out here selling drugs. We ain't gonna say that.
Go on.
You selling T-shirts, hats, anything. You need to be
selling weed is legal these days.
Something, but you don't have like spending $76 hurts you.
Hurting them.
What the hell can you offer a woman?
With the text message, hey, can I get some of that back?
That's crazy, bro.
I'm gonna need about half of that.
So again, broke people, especially men. I believe broke women should be there either, but again, I ain't gonna speak to that. We're gonna speak to men.
And they should put their resources together.
Nah, because y'all just a broke couple. Then you're still broke. Establish some kind of self-sufficiency, some kind of decent foundation financially before you go out here dating. Because we all know most men, when our finances ain't right, we ain't shit for a relationship anyway.
I agree in a way, but I feel like, hey man, especially if you're a young man, just if you're a young man, you out here got your own shit together. You got your car, your own apartment, all that shit there, and you just only got money for you, bro. Just say that. Hey, I only got money for me, bro. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no knock on you because you taking care of yourself. I don't have no kids. I ain't got none of that. So, you know what I'm saying? If you choose to go out and get you a drink, you can afford you a drink. Mm-hmm. Not you and somebody a drink. You know what I'm saying?
Which is cool.
For you to finesse that and act like you got it, and then when push come to shove, you ain't got it, bro. Like,
that's the thing.
And she looking at you fucking stupid when you could have kept it real from the jump. She'd have respected you more if you'd have kept it a big, hey, look, I ain't got it right now. You know what I'm saying? I know I got my crib, I got this, all this. I done paid all my bills. I done got me some food for the house. All I got is this to get back and forth to work.
Instead of just saying,
that's
come to the
way
crib.
more respectable, bro. And a woman looking at you like he taking care of his responsibilities first, because that's what matters.
She still would have laughed at me.
Are you responsible? That's real. She
still would have laughed at me.
That's real.
That's real.
Some women gonna say they don't care. They gonna overlook that. Some.
You know what I'm saying? A mature woman would overlook that.
I feel like,
but a mature woman would overlook that.
Mature woman is not overlooking. You're not having spending $76 hurting you. No woman.
No, not overlooking that. No. We saying just telling her up front, hey, I ain't got that to do this right at this moment.
Not the $76.
Yeah, not the 76.
But saying, hey,
I only got money for me.
Yeah,
I pay for my side, you pay for your side.
Yeah,
we can have a good time.
That's respectable.
That's the funniest shit I've heard in my life.
Hey, if you taking care of your
girl,
bills,
she said, hey, let's go out.
That's
Well, I only got money for me. I got these bills to pay. I only got money for me.
So are you saying that a broke man can't find love?
He can. Just stay at the house.
Come on, B. You said it broke that K5 love. You didn't have no money when you paid that together.
Bro, you gotta
I'm trying my best not to yell.
Be thinking about him now.
Me personally thinking,
but everybody ain't come up with some money, bro.
If you staying at a place that.
And we all know how hard it is to get some money, man. To get some real money.
If you staying at a place that leaves you your finances to where your budget leaves you to where you only have $76 in your account, I think you don't know how to budget right.
That's a fact too.
If you ask me.
That's
but you know, I mean, times are hard, so I really don't know how much a person have in their account.
You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying, bro. Like, if
you was in college with your woman.
If we in college, we ain't going to no God. What? We gonna be in my dorm room eating ramen noodles. I mean,
I feel like
goddamn.
They ain't even got to be in college. You can be then graduated.
They definitely.
It ain't like you walking into when you graduate. You're not walking into no $100,000 job. Most people not doing that.
But I mean, even if you're making.
They are going into debt.
30 or 40,000.
They going into debt, getting a 40,000. Maybe if they get lucky, they may get a $50,000 job. Right? Taxes, you got to cut that to 40. If you got a car note, that's what. That's taking about $7,000 from you a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of shit that go into that.
What kind of car you getting? You getting a car that's gonna cost you?
Man, my man's had a Honda right here. They fucked him out of. People get fucked all day. That's just real. You know what I'm saying? I'm not lying, bro. We gonna put real life into this shit, bro.
That was my baby.
They fucked Otis out of
that was my baby.
Otis know that they fucked him out the Honda.
But that's a stupid decision. If you make a certain amount and you get you a Honda that you got to pay $1,600 a month for, or $700-800 a month for. You know what I'm saying?
Otis ain't got no kids.
You not financially.
Otis ain't got no kids. You get what I'm saying? It was just Otis. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't got to worry about nothing but me.
And that's wrong, because again, if you're not worried about nothing but me, that's fine. Don't date at all. Why you inviting a woman out so we can go Dutch? You don't do that, bro.
You should.
I get it. No, for sure.
You should be like, as far as how can I put this? Basically, with the intent of I'm gonna be taking care of somebody
from the door. From the door, you kind of should have that mindset. For me, I feel like if I'm dating,
as a man, that's how we should think. I'm gonna be taking care of somebody, so I need to be making like 60, 70.
You're gonna be taking care of yourself. You can't survive off of $76 for the rest of your life. How every month you ain't got at least $76 in your account?
We just saying
what kind of savings you had? Savings.
The man got the free check at the middle of the month. She caught him on the first.
Well, what about the rest of the year? You got
rent gone.
You got 11 months.
The rent money gone. I had to pay that light note.
No.
I had to pay the gas, all that shit. From the 3rd to the 12th. I don't get paid to the 15th.
You know what you need
to the 16th.
You need to sell the car you got. Go buy you a cash. Go buy you a car for cash. A little hoopty for cash. And live that way.
That's the problem, though. That's the problem with us. Really and truly, that's the problem with us compared to other cultures and men in other cultures. Men in other cultures is focused on their goddamn bag and solidifying themselves. We out here worried about hoes when we broke. Trying to impress hoes when we broke. Designer belts, nice clothes, Jordans on your feet every week, and you got $76 in your account that it hurts you to spend to buy a hookah. No, you should not be dating at all. You should not be going on dates. Your ass need to buckle down, get to your fucking bag, and leave them women where they at.
I'm just stating what real life is.
Right, and that's wrong. And that's wrong.
It's wrong.
That's what I'm saying. Just because I went through it, because I heard you say it, and you saying in college when you was that's true. That's the wrong way to do it. Just because I sold dope and didn't go to jail, that doesn't mean I'm gonna tell you, hey, bro, you can sell dope and not go to jail too. I'm not gonna say that.
I'm gonna tell you, hey, you can sell dope and go to jail. This is how I did it. I ain't telling you to go do it. I'm giving you the blueprint of how I did it.
That's stupid.
You know what I'm saying?
As an OG, I'm gonna say that's wrong.
I feel it. No, I feel it.
You should be doing this.
I feel it.
You should be moving on this.
We can't really blame him because he invited her over just to stay at the crib, and then she got hungry. Her fat ass should have brought a sandwich.
No. He invited her to that spot first. She said no. So he said come to the crib. He did.
Yeah, he invited her.
He invited her out first.
He did.
And she said she didn't like it.
She said no.
She said she didn't like it. She said she.
And then he said, "All right, we'll just come on to the crib then." She was like, "All right, cool." And she said, "I'm hungry." Okay, well then let's go back to the spot I invited you with initially. That's what I'm saying, bro.
So hold on. This is my thing. She didn't want to go to the spot. She wanted to come to the crib. So in a sense, she wanted to beat.
Hold on. So he had the hookah at his house.
He had a hookah at his house.
But then she got hungry, so he ain't had no food in the kitchen. He ain't had no peanut butter and jelly, no nothing.
He ain't got $76. You know he ain't got no groceries.
See, if you cook for a woman, that would. But anyway, niggas don't know about that.
So he still takes it to the place that they didn't want to go.
Yes, she did.
And they complain about the money you spend there.
He could have said, "I cook for you and run
fuck
to the
is
store
you
real
doing?
quick. Put you a $20 meal together."
Why you go over to his house just for some drinks and a hookah?
She trying to smash.
She wanted to smash.
We know why she.
Okay, she just fucked and got up out of there.
No.
She wanted to eat and she wanted to hang out, have sex, and relax.
But he didn't catch that.
Right.
Obviously, he young-minded or he's stupid as fuck.
And goofy.
Trying to make too much of an impression.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nigga, the task was in front of you.
She already agreed to come
And
over.
then how you recommend a spot
That she said
that you can't even get in off the love like that, knowing you broke? Now, if I'm broke, right, and I say, hey, let's go to Grooves, man. I can get us, you know what I'm saying? I can go to Grooves on a Friday. My nigga corner, hey, what up, bro? We walking in. But you broke. You inviting her to a spot that you know it's cost $25 to get in there.
Maybe he thought his boy was there, but he wasn't there.
He should have hit him up.
That's something you supposed to text.
Did he drive past the front door first? It was like, oh, shit.
That line long? That line long?
Nigga went up, he trying to peek.
Never mind.
I'll see my nigga tell me. I don't know.
Ain't nobody in there. That line ain't long enough.
What's the matter?
You gotta finesse it either way.
But that's the thing. When you broke for real, when you done been broke, you know how to finesse it to make it look how it's supposed to look.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm texting my boy, hey, bro, is you working the door today? Or you ain't? All right, cool, we ain't going at it.
If I'm broke, I ain't going out. I'll tell you that
That's
right
real
now.
though,
Bruh.
But it's like again, but that's what's wrong with us,
She wanted
man.
to smash and you fumbled the pill. How you
gotta
do
focus,
that?
man.
How niggas be doing that?
Because they don't know.
She say, "Nah, I don't want to go out. I want to come to your spot."
They don't have no game.
You know, soon as she said she was hungry, we would have went to Waffle House or something.
Maybe,
you know what I'm saying?
maybe he had it. He was just trying to get rid of her.
She said she coming over. I would have cleaned up. You know, had
Maybe
some
she was a
candles lit.
catfish.
Had it smelling good.
Come on, bro.
You ain't got to do nothing. Just have a bitch smelling good.
Maybe she was the catfish. Maybe when he saw her, he's like, oh,
Oh
shit.
Lord, let me get her out this house.
That may be it.
Let me get out of here. Let me act like I ain't got no money. I get my bread back. I ain't waste no time. I got to charge you $40 per hour. You took out all my time. I need my $40 back.
Now, if that's the case, then hey, salute to Big Dog. That's what you do. That's how you finesse that. But if you broke for real like that, bro, you leave these hoes, these women alone.
He said,
and get to that bag.
She
man.
said that nigga pulled this wallet out like furious, like upset. Like,
this hookah was $50. I normally get it off the love.
This ugly ass girl right here. I gotta spend $50 for this ugly ass girl.
Paying for this ugly man.
I got 12 wings. She ate 11 of them.
And out of this man.
he the broke one though. He the broke one.
All right, we're gonna get into the advice column, man. All right, this first one's from Melly, Patreon member.
Shout out. What up?
Crack, cool.
Let's say, hey, big bros, I'm currently watching quote unquote Think Like a Man movie. And if men have time, I'd love for you to confirm the actions, mindsets throughout the movie versus what you do not do. Love to hear your take. Thank you. Think Like a Man. It's been a while since I watched that.
It's been a while since I watched that, baby.
Think Like a Man. That was the book where Steve Harvey was telling them, hey, you need to start moving like a, think like a man and understand our mindset, move like a man. I guess that's going to bring you a man, if I recall, like as a quick summary. Am I off on that?
You're not off, but I forgot how the movie went.
More so trying to understand the man.
Yeah.
And his point of view before you make your decisions and how you move and shit like
That's when they was talking about the 90-day rules and yeah, that's kind of hard to answer, big dog. I ain't watched that movie in about 10 years. But just generally in terms of the topic, do I feel like women should think like a man? I would say no. And we touched on that a bit earlier in terms of femininity. Women need to rest in their femininity. Don't try to think like a man. Don't try to move like a man because you're not wired to do that. We say it all the time. Like most men can come out here and have sex with a woman and not even know her last name, not know where she live, never met her kid, never met her parents, barely know her first name. We just know, her name is Drika.
That's it.
That's it. That's all. You know what I'm saying? And then hit her and the next day not even acknowledge her existence.
They call her KK. I don't know her real name.
Each one had their own little story too. A lot of it was true though. Like Terrence being the mama's boy. Mm-hmm. You get cast like that. You get cast like, who's the perfect couple? That was Making Good, huh?
Nah. That was them at the top.
The Gabby?
Yeah, Gabby and them at the top.
They were that kind of perfect couple, but he was suffering inside. She mad because he was playing video games.
Right.
Like all that shit was real.
Yeah. But yeah, just in general, I think women should be women and men should be men, and we should move accordingly. Stop trying to merge. Stop trying to. It's the difference between understanding and then trying to emulate.
Right.
Stop trying to emulate men. You are not a man. You are a woman. Move like a woman. And then, you know what I'm saying, that's going to make things a bit easier. But if you try to move like a man and your emotions are not set up for that, your ass is going to be hurt badly out here doing that. Mm-hmm. So, no. That's my advice on that. We're going to move on to the next one. This is from Kaswana, Patreon member.
That's the first time I ever heard a name like that.
She says, hi, Krew. Hope your holiday season is going well. Update. I'm still a virgin. So I'm going to ask y'all my virgin questions.
Cool.
All right. As a panel, you gentlemen have established that sex ranks higher in priorities for men than women. It's almost a need. In addition, science supports that men almost always orgasm during coitus, while for women, it's less than 50% chance. Do you think that this is a factor as to why sex is ranked lower for women? If women orgasm every time during sex like men, how would the landscape of relationships change? Damn. Bonus questions. Feel free to plead the fifth if needed. Number one, why do men like to put it in your face when there's a possibility of your partner going blind from an STD? Number two, this is for O.
What the? Wait.
This is
time
for
out.
O.
I just got thrown off by what? Hey,
Put it in your face.
Basically, why do men like to nut in your face when there's a possibility of your partner going blind from an STD?
I'm not trying to go in your eye, baby.
Number two, this is for O, but others can answer. What is the difference between a hoe and a slut? Do they not have the same skill set? Why is one wifeable and the other not? All the best, Kaswana. Okay, so let's start at the top. First questions first. Do y'all think that because men orgasm most of the time when we having sex, that feeds to us wanting to do it more? And if women orgasm every time like men do, would the landscape of relationships change?
I think so. You know what I'm saying? I think women, when they in relationships and they fucking the same dude all the time, I think sex becomes a chore. You know what I'm saying? And for a man, shit, sex is, I'm beating you down. Back out. Putting my whole right side in you.
With the hips in?
it's still only 2 inches deep.
Boy, don't make me have a blackout in here.
Oh my God. Man, we're not doing that.
But anyway, I think she's right as far as like if women orgasmed all the time, and for these women that talk about they never orgasmed when they had sex with 70 dudes, stop it. But yeah, she ain't lying.
Do you think the landscape of relationships would change if women orgasmed as much as men do during sex? Or as their want to have it?
I think women can come but not orgasm. So it's a difference between the two.
Keep going. I'm trying to see where you're going.
He said that like he was a sexologist.
It sound like he's a therapist on the couch with his legs crossed over each other.
I feel you. I'm trying to keep going.
Where's the cigarette at?
No, but for real. So, and a man, he doesn't have that choice. He just has one option. That's
correct.
That's it. That's all he's trying to do. He's trying to get that testosterone off. I think that might play a part in what how a man feel. But I mean, a man is a nut. Is a nut. Let's be real here.
It's true.
We just trying to nut. Let's get this over with. Quick 5-minute session and I'm good. Women, they like to, a lot of passion in their sex. They like a lot of emotion in their sex. They like, the physical touch that's involved with sex. You know what I'm saying? Men don't take all that into.
You got to be a nice build up.
Yeah, men don't take all that into effect whenever we're having sex. We just want to get it and be done.
Not me.
Here we go. Lover boy Ricky.
And he's still only lasted.
Ricky Romance.
And he still only lasted for 2 minutes. So can't get right.
I'm gonna let you have that.
More like can't get up.
Because my track record speaks for itself.
Oh my God.
I know. We reviewed it.
Review it again.
It was horrible. Yeah. The whole thing was horrible. You had one girl gave you a good review. Then we asked her how many times she had sex. She said once. Yeah.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna get myself in trouble.
All right, answer the question. Do you feel like
Kenny ain't done?
I thought I was done. I ain't done. Okay, what else I need to say?
Oh, I thought you would. My bad.
What you think?
I cut you off.
Do you think that the landscape relationships would change if women orgasm as much as men do? Would they want to do it more?
Drowning you more.
It ain't gonna drastically change. I don't think because we got like 15, 20 times more testosterone than they do. So yeah, you can probably make them nut, make them feel good, but I don't think just long term. I don't know. I just don't see it. Every woman not built like that. That's why it's wild when you see like a woman that just enjoys it all the time. Because some women, like Smooth said, some of them feel like it's a chore. Shit, men feel like it's a chore. When we got to always warm you up all the time. Sometimes we just want to get in and get out.
That's true.
And I know, you know what I'm saying? They're going to say, well, I got to be wet. Okay, cool. Like,
he said, okay, cool.
I understand that.
You should be thinking of me and instantly
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Because that's how we feel. As soon as we see our woman, it's like, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But But then you get Felicia down the block. Felicia ready for you.
Felicia wake up wet.
As soon as you walk in.
On accident.
She could be asleep and she already ready for you.
Facts.
Like, and that, and every woman is different. Some women, they're going to say it's because they got certain issues or whatever. They may be just dry all the time. Some women you got to use lube with. I don't mess with those, but it's too dry for me. Sahara Desert.
That nigga say she keep a heater next to that bitch.
You know what I'm saying?
With a humidifier. That's what a humidifier.
But nah, it won't. Nah, not really. Not really. Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I agree. I think just the mindset, the testosterone, all of that is just different. It just is what it is. We are different people, man. I don't know why people keep trying to make us the same. We are not. Men want to have sex every day, multiple times a day if we can. And we don't really want to do the romantic stuff too much. Don't get me wrong, we'll do it sometimes. But we don't need that. Like, we could be driving down the highway and just get hard randomly. Like, it ain't no, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't need a build up.
Stop traffic.
Thinking about women. That's facts. Stop traffic.
Dog.
Now we got to call John and John's record crew.
The crane service. Like Smooth said.
The crane service out here.
I don't even see that one coming. That nigga called me on that one.
Got me looking like Flintstone in my car. Because I got the third leg on the ground.
Baby, I'm going to be about 2 hours late.
Hey, y'all just gotta relax.
Oh, shit.
But like I was saying, men don't need much. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's just how we wired. It's not necessarily because we look forward to having sex. Because sometimes men don't orgasm either. But we still love to act.
Oh, I have faked a few.
That's...
I ain't never faked none of
Story
my
time.
shit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Ain't no story time. Ain't no story time. That just one you
faked a few to get up out of there.
You gotta get up out of there, dog.
That nigga say, I can't feel nothing.
I didn't want to hurt your feelings. I had to get up out of there.
That's when you just.
Nigga Dave Chappelle. No, way.
Nigga say he spit on her back and everything.
Oh, shit.
What happened? Nah, baby, let me wipe it off.
That nigga grabbed the bottle of water and said,
Hey, ladies, man, you gotta stop watching these niggas, man.
It's a mighty cold come.
This part ain't gonna never make nobody again, man. We get a flag like that.
But I bet, it's gonna have a few that's gonna say that women probably more, but it got the men that don't last. Cause they be wanting to have it over and over. And the men's either just can't last, period, or can't get back up. There's a lot of reasons. A lot of men have erectile dysfunction. A lot, apparently, but it ain't really talked about like that. They try to
push it up,
mask his feelings. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna make the man feel bad. That's true. But yeah, y'all gotta step your dick game up.
Shit, I don't care. If I get in there and I get out, I get in there and I get out.
I got
mine.
All right, we're going to get to the second question she asked. Why do men like to put it in your face, nut on your face, when there's a possibility of your partner going blind from an STD?
Why the hell are you sucking dick, first of all, if you possibility of going blind from STD?
That's very true.
Maybe she.
That's
not
why
sucking
you
it.
mother see. That's
Y'all
why
think
y'all
of it too much.
Y'all need to start making motherfuckers go get tested before you have sex with them.
That's a fact.
I had this conversation the other day.
That's a fact.
Motherfuckers need to start going and get tested before they have sex with somebody. And even after you have sex with somebody. Show me the results. And we can get this thing done.
And make sure the date is underlined.
It's nothing wrong with that. I don't it's not disrespectful. None of that. It's just a way to, I'm protecting me and protecting you.
Why does it have such a negative connotation though?
Because people think that you out here holding around, sleeping around. That's why you got to go get tested.
Yep. If you safe, I don't need to go. I would protection every time.
You only had sex one time. Only had sex with one person.
Boy trying to blast off on your face.
That one person could have sex with 4 other people.
That nigga been cheating on you for 5 years.
And the 4 other people could have sex with 4 other people. Now you done got 16 people on your body count.
That's a fact.
From one dick.
That's a fact.
That's real though.
Or from one vagina.
Yeah.
And that goes for anybody, even motherfuckers in relationships, couples. Even I asked my doctor this the other day. She said a lot of couples have more cases of STD than some single people.
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Because as a couple, you don't feel like we need to go get checked, but somebody cheating. So what you're doing is you bringing outside stuff into the that makes sense.
Into the cemetery.
Yeah, it makes sense. But I agree with
go
Kenny
get
said.
tested, man.
I don't think we got to add anything to that one. Again, men like to do it just because men are big on aesthetics. That's just what it is. That's why we like to have sex with the lights on. That's why we like to, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
And have the mirrors
aesthetic.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Like the mirrors everywhere.
And it's just
I need
like
to see myself.
You know what I'm saying?
I need to see myself on the wall.
Release.
Hey, why you like me to choke you out?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Why you like to get slapped? Why you like to get manhandled?
You know what I'm saying? Why I got to throw you all across the room? My back hurts sometimes.
Why I gotta call you out your name?
Damn,
slut.
Questions that need answers. Good transition to the next one.
Why you gotta ask me if it's yours when it's not?
Hold up. You know I'm just here for a little time.
I'm here for a short time.
Substitute shift. I got tagged in.
You can say really it's Tabitha's, but I'm gonna let you have it. I'm gonna let you have it. Really it's Tabitha's.
Really, it's for Frank. I'm only here for a minute. It's for Frank.
Oh man. Okay, last one she asking. This is for O, but the others can answer. What is the difference between a hoe and a slut? Do they not have the same skill set? Why is one wifeable and the other not? She said it's for O, so we need to hear O answer it first.
All right.
I'd like to hear O answer.
One is wifeable, one is not.
Slut and a hoe.
Which one is wifeable to you?
The slut,
hoe,
obviously.
The hoe is not wifeable. It's the slut. The slut is like a character that you get into. The hoe, that's
been around.
That's like a job description. Like
That's the title of this part.
You got
job description.
You know what I'm saying? You got like you got the plumber, you got the lawyer,
the plumber and the lawyer.
And she didn't hit all of them.
Got the hoe. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
A hoe is for everybody. They know that.
Damn, you can't trust the hoe, but you can.
You can't. The slut. A woman can get slutty for you.
Yeah.
A hoe is gonna always be a hoe.
Right.
That's what it is. I mean, she could be a good hoe or bad hoe, but still a hoe.
Damn.
That hoe is mine.
Gotta get her. Gotta get her.
I'm first in line. Hey, that shit was classic. Yeah, I think the difference between a slut and a hoe is the loyalty. I think a slut can be loyal to you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? She just might have got her skill set up with her man. Or she might have she been in 2 marriages or maybe 3 serious relationships, and she done got her skill set up. Now she got the same skill set as a hoe that's out here hitting everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because to be honest, this hoe's out here hitting everybody that's not that skilled.
Mm-hmm. I was about to say that she could be a hoe and don't have no skills at all.
You know what I'm saying? But as far as that, I think the difference is loyalty. I think the difference is the moral code that you move by. You know what I'm saying? Hoes don't really have a moral code. I'm gonna hit whoever I want to hit whenever, whether it's convenient for me or or if I'm just fascinated with just how he talks or how he smells or whatever, and I can have a man and everything, but my loyalty sways with the wind. There's no moral foundation, no moral structure. With a slut, you can have that because she's like, I'm a slut for my man. It's no limitations for my man.
Right.
But anybody outside of that is off limits. So I think that's what the difference is.
Hoes are opportunists.
Good point.
That's a fact. She will level up on your ass.
Good point.
When the time permits itself.
Straight up.
That's just
real.
what it is.
That's real.
I don't think I've ever heard it summarized that accurately. That's real.
That's what it is.
She will upgrade on your ass immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Ring on her finger and all.
Straight up. We've seen it. We've seen it happen. I'm not gonna call no name. But okay, on to the next one.
And still be trying to get that dick.
The night before the wedding. But the next one is from Ali. Oh, my boy ain't writing no paragraph today. He say he concise with it. What's up, family? You see the name. Mm-hmm. Say got something from a recent part that y'all can further elaborate on with disciplining kids that I don't think y'all touched on outside of your style of leadership. This question is for Smooth and AC since y'all have offspring, but you other two with weak marching soldiers can chime in as well.
Allah, you gotta see. I say Allah, you gotta see me when I see you.
That nigga say hands immediately.
I was gonna make a dark joke, but I'm not.
Oh, man, stop it! Don't do that. I already know. Oh, no, hell no! I know where he was going with that. Don't do that. Don't do that. What's your style of discipline? Is it warnings, timeouts, get certain toys or things taken away, or the good old belt or tree switch? Also, do you believe that just a stern talking to with words only can be just as beneficial? Side question also, do you think that having to physically hit your child for them to realize what they did wrong is right or wrong in your opinion? Me personally, I think only extreme things should involve a belt or physical harm, but some parents out there think any and every little thing got to get that letter to skin contact, and I don't think that's right. Y'all stay dangerous. Much love from your baby cuz. Smooth, you want to take that one first?
Yeah, my style of leadership with my son and guiding him is just me being stern. You know what I'm saying? Like just having that real stern voice for him right now, right? But older, I see the generation my child is going to grow up in. He's going to have a lot of things. So those things are going to be leverage tools for me. You fail a class, I take everything. You fail another class, I take your bed. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Like, you get this shit away because everything that I'm going to give you is luxury in your life.
Right.
Because you don't pay any bills. You're not obligated to be an adult in this house as long as you're under my roof, right? So as far as my leader, like when I'm leading, I'm a big man on I shouldn't have to tell you a lot. I understand you a kid, like you don't understand. Like my son's 4 right now, so he don't understand like responsibilities and all that type of stuff. So like we had to teach him some words, right? He's in school right now. He had to learn 15 words and know how to count to 30. And he takes Spanish classes, but I can't help him with that.
Just barely good at English.
Just simply me.
Fucked up. But like I see the different like my wife is real like lenient with him when she's teaching him. Right. So he picked up a few words, but he had problems with like 4 words. Now my lessons are dense. Like I'm not gonna let you sit there and play and be jittery and all that because I understand my son, he's not learning when his focus is off. Right, and that's if he's just sitting there playing with his hands. He's not actually learning from me. So when me taking over the learning things and getting that together, I was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'd be stern with him. Like, hey, I need you to do this right now. And when it was time for his test, he made 100 on it. Speaking the words and knowing what the words are, all that type of stuff, because I'm not sitting there letting him fidget with things. So my son needs that type of leadership. Like I'm seeing that now, just being a good dad and shit. Mm-hmm. So it's just different things. And when we have another child, I'm gonna have to see what they learning thing is. Like every child is not the same. It's not the same blueprint for every child, right? So you got to pay attention and understand how your child learns, right? So my child learns when he's focused. Nothing is distracting him, right? So that's what I use, and I leverage things against him. I'm gonna take this tablet away for the whole day if you don't learn this, and then he'll straighten up and learn what I need him to learn, and then we'll go on about our day.
Right.
So that's what I see.
Yeah, I agree. I think it all boils down to kids are just like anybody else in terms of learning. I think it boils down to consistency. And, it's tiers of like how you should handle your kid, right? Like if they doing something that you kind of don't like, you talk to them in a certain tone. When they doing something that's a bit more wrong, you talk to them in a higher tone. When they doing something that's dangerous, you talk to them in a different tone and you handle that differently. And I think the key is not mixing the two. And what I mean by that is a lot of parents will yell at their kid for the smallest of things. So when they doing something dangerous, they hearing the same yelling tone of when they doing something that's just regular. So after a while, it just becomes white noise. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, my mama just yells. It's what it is. I'm gonna do what I want to do. But if you adjust your tone and adjust your consequences to what they doing and stay consistent with it, then they'll pick it up. You know what I'm saying? Just like my daughter, like when she say she's like making too much noise or something, I tell her, hey, relax, chill, calm down. You know what I'm saying? But if she's touching the stove, hey, sit your ass down somewhere. Like it's different. So when she hear that tone, she know, it's okay, let me stop. Compared to, if I just say, hey, leave that stove alone. No, that's dangerous. We got a gas stove. If you turn that stove, we could die in here. So you handle it accordingly. In terms of whooping, I feel like it's the same thing. I don't believe in whooping my child for the smallest of things. Now, if you're doing something life-threatening, you're going to get your ass popped. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? But again, you have to be consistent with what type of punishment, with what actions deserve what punishment, and then you're going to be all right. But if you start mixing the two, then your kid is not going, they're going to be all over the place. They don't know what the hell is what. And I think that's the biggest mistake people make. But in terms of leadership style, man, my daughter's so smart. And I think it's because I don't deal with her like a kid. Like I don't talk in a googly voice. I don't do none of that. I talk to her like she's 30 years old like I am. And, she picks up things fast because of that. In terms of color recognition, in terms of naming items, in terms of all that. We took her to the doctor recently. She's 2, and the doctor says her mind is moving at a 5-year-old pace. And it makes sense because I talk to her like she's grown. And
it don't make sense because that's your daughter.
You know what I mean?
He been waiting to get in.
Definitely got the brains from the mom's side. She definitely got the brains from the mom's side.
He been waiting.
You know what? I'm gonna let you have it.
I sat next to you in class, so I know exactly.
No.
Yo, looking at your sheet.
Hell no. But on the shit, I think it just boils down to just consistency, man, and just getting a system, a stern system. We go to bed at 8:30 every night. So that way, when it gets to 8:30, her body is wired to go to bed, and she'll go in her own room and sleep. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. My daughter been sleep trained since she was like 9 months. People was like, "Oh man, my daughter sleep out of bed." Mine don't. She sleep in her room. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just about consistency. If you maintain the consistency and have a strict way that you do things, the kid is gonna just fall in line with that system. So.
That's a fact. I did it with my nephew. I ain't got no kids, but like last summer and shit, really every year. My nephew 4, he'll be 5 in May, and I've had him since he was like 6 months. Like every year I get him for a little bit, right. And most recently last summer I had him for a month, and just seeing his growth and everything is just super dope because my brother do a good job, him and his wife Jazz. But yeah, like both of y'all saying, man, it comes down to consistency. Structure, you know what I'm saying, and just respect of as far as when you're talking to him, you're different. What I do if he get in trouble, of course I'm raising my voice a little bit, but I also try to reward him when he do the right things. If he make a mess, hey, you pick that up. This is what you do when when it's time to go, pick these toys up, then we could leave. And once we had structure, it was fine. D was like, how's he going to bed at 9 o'clock? Because I told his ass it's time to go to bed. I said, we're going to eat, take a bath, go to bed.
Routine.
That's it. And once you, just stay on him like that, it's going to be shit. It's going to be, he going to get hungry. He going to take his bath. And he going to get ready for bed. Like, he going to know. It's just routine. So, yeah, just staying consistent with it. And, of course, keep him with respect. Keep telling him that you love him, care about him, hug him. You know what I'm saying? Always show those emotions, too. You don't want to always make them feel like you yelling at them and fussing at them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Make them feel special too.
I gotta kiss my boy every morning.
Every evening. That's super important.
Another thing too, it's very important. Tell them why you're telling them to do certain things.
Yeah.
I know a lot of parents feel like, oh, you a kid, you don't understand. Them kids understand. They just can't articulate it the way we can.
What I see is a lot of parents forget, bro, you was a child too.
Right.
At a certain time in your life, you understood why your mom was telling you or your dad was telling you. You may have not known the reason and the actual premise behind it, but you understood what they were saying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't ever forget you was a kid, bro. That's the problem. We get so caught up in life and having these kids and shit and the responsibilities and all that. Like, bro, remember you was a child. So when you dealing with your child, bro, and the levels that you dealing with them with, understand I was a kid there. So when I was there, what did I do? You know what I'm saying? What's the mistakes I made? And when you start doing that, parenting will become super easy to you.
True.
Super easy. But if you're not paying attention, parenting gonna be hard. I'm tired of these damn kids. And I see that a lot. Parenting be hard for a lot of people because they be like, damn, I don't know what to do with these. Bro, remember when you was a kid? Whatever age they was at, remember what that was for you and how you handled it. What was around you? What was your environment and all that type of stuff there.
Yep. Because again, kids pick up on everything. It's funny because I got stairs in my house, right? And most people, they got kids, they got stair barriers and things like that. We never had that. Kids be walking up and down steps since he was 1 year old. Mm-hmm. And again, it's a situation where when we walking up them steps, I'm telling her, hey, be careful. Because if you fall, you're going to roll back down. So now, you know, when she walking up the steps, what she say?
Be careful.
Exactly.
Every time she going up the steps.
Exactly. So it's the same thing. It's just like when she was playing with plugs. You know, again, all kids are interested in outlets, whatever. They just gravitate to it for some reason. I don't know why. That's ridiculous.
I never liked it there, bro.
That's shocking to me. That's shocking to me.
That's crazy.
But,
never put nothing in his mouth.
Yeah.
None of that, bro. Like picked up stuff, put it on his, and none of that. We was like, damn.
I ain't gonna say what I was gonna say.
Please don't.
Don't make me swing on you here about my child. Talk about me.
It wasn't about my God, so it was about you.
Yeah, nah, he was gonna say something. I knew he was gonna say. It was gonna be something in terms of finding. Never mind. But look, but what I was saying was,
gay dog.
You knew it was coming. As soon as he said something, it automatically came to mind.
You don't want to say it.
As soon as he said it, bro. But yeah, but even when it came to plugs, I used to tell her, like, don't touch that, it's hot. And first time she touched it, I popped her hand for it. I said, if you touch that, it's hot, you're gonna let you eat yourself. Mm-hmm. So when she go to buy the plug now, she say, ooh, mommy, no, watch out, don't touch that, it's hot, you electrocute yourself. That's real though, you know what I'm saying? So it's explaining to them why it's very important. And a lot of parents don't do that. They say, don't do it because I said don't do it. Mm-hmm. Now you done put up a wall between you and your kid. You know what I'm saying? And kids are rebellious because they curious. They gonna want to do it.
Yep.
But if you explain to them why not, then, you know, again, you'll get a bit further, man. So again, consistency, structure, and, you know, stop treating your kids like kids so much. Now let them enjoy the childhood.
Right.
But in terms of you learn them, training them.
As far as the lessons.
Right.
Don't treat them like a child.
Should be different, yeah. On that note, man, we're gonna get into the next one. This is from Joshua, Patreon member.
What up?
So I want to thank y'all for the work that you're doing, and it's crazy to see how much progress Krew has made since 2017. So I want to hear y'all opinions on this. I'm only 20, so I don't have that much life experience, so hopefully you can help out. What is the difference between a good man and a great man? Are great men deemed great because of their accomplishments and their efforts to push for progress in their respective era? I ask this because every quote-unquote great man that I know has had flaws, and his love for their respective talents. The public wants to remember them for their accomplishments rather than remember how human they were. I've seen good men who help my community out and do great deeds, but have never been called great. So does this mean that success plus clout outweighs any wrongs they've done and not hold their actions accountable, or do we just look over it because of what they've done? Just wonder. What's the difference between a good man and a great man?
Hey, that's a hell of a question.
I think that's relative to the person.
Hey,
I think so, because you can have a man that does a lot in his community and is respected, and they'll call him a good man, but because he may not be on a bigger scale as someone else,
right?
Even though the man that's in the community, he really touching more lives. He in people's lives day to day, you know, whatever it is. When
hands on,
like the classic person, pastor or whatever. He in the community doing XYZ, going to school on this board, that board, really trying to change things. You got people like that, and they running for city council or whatever, and you got the man who is like an athlete, let's say like Steph Curry or somebody, just using that example, like they'll put him in a great type of man type of category when, you know, while his impact may be great, it's a different level when it's a man that's in the community. So I really think it's relative to who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because both people can be great and both people can be good. I mean, it ain't really no levels.
Yeah, but to the common folk,
yeah,
that man that's in the community, he's a great man to the common folk,
right?
Because they understand their day to day. They see the hand to hand transaction. They see the blood, sweat, and tears that he's putting in. I think with the great man to society, they look at it like, man, he's a great man for giving money or coming out here giving, you know what I'm saying, a couple hours of his time to different communities, right? And all that's honorable. But I don't think that's more honorable than somebody that's day for day. You know what I'm saying? Like when they could be doing something totally different with their life and they taking their life out to help the community every day, every single day, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think they should be praised more. You know what I'm saying? I think the things should be reversed. Like you say, the athletes, the rappers, you know what I'm saying? Just people like real prominent in politics. Like those people are only in your community for a few hours. So those are good men or good women, right? But the ones that's there every day, they live in the neighborhood. They building up the neighborhood. They're trying to get laws changed for the neighborhood and get things for the neighborhood. Those are great people. I think we need to switch those. But I understand your question, bro.
Okay, just again, I think it was a dope question in terms of how you worded it, but I kind of want to pivot it a bit. What do y'all feel like is the difference between a great man and a good man in a relationship?
Ooh, I don't know. I think they both the same.
I mean, because
I think good man is just viewed as a man is doing
what he's supposed to do.
What the title of a husband doing the husband title duties.
I agree.
Okay, and then
a great man does husband titles, but also, how you say it?
Maybe at an elite level.
No, it wouldn't be just titles. He attends to his wife's needs as well.
Okay, I see what
he
you're
understands that he has to do. He has his husband duties, but he also does the duties of being a great man, a great spouse, partner. Yeah. That's a great man. That's what I would say. You could be a good man. Yeah, hey, you do everything your husband's supposed to do, but what about your wife? What does she need? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us, you know, you could be. I think I've seen that one thing. You could be a good man, but not the right man.
But couldn't you be a good man and do that though?
What?
What you just said?
What? Just do husband duties and
just be good. You just not great at it. Like you still attend to those needs, but you know some men just naturally they may do it better. They may listen better. They may get better advice. They may be a little more experienced.
Yeah, I think that's relative to the woman.
So I think I think that would kind of be the same though.
Yeah, I think that's relative to the woman.
But I mean, it's your definition. I'm just saying I feel like you can still be a good man and you can still be considered a good man doing what you're supposed to do and cater to your wife's needs.
I think the difference between good and great is, you know, okay and extraordinary. And I think that translates to anything. If we're talking about sports, somebody that can average 15 and 5 is a good player. But great player is giving you 30 and 10, 30 and 5.
15 years.
For 15 years. You know what I'm saying? So, again, I think it's just a level. In terms of the example he used, you know, some men just do bare minimum. You know, we say it all the time. Like, we can go in, analyze a woman and see what her bare minimum is.
Man, though.
I don't agree. Because
the man not gonna do the bare minimum.
No. Because if your bare minimum means that I'm still meeting everything that you want in a man, but I'm just doing it just at that level specifically. I'm not going above and beyond. Say for instance, like you want a man that's romantic. Okay, I'm romantic one time a month, but I'm checking that box compared to a man that's romantic weekly. We got date night weekly. I'm going above and beyond. You getting flowers every week. I'm planning dates. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. That's great. Compared to me just checking the box. You know what I'm saying? So it's a difference between me just meeting my criteria of passing. It's just like in school. Like if I could pass with a 70. Average is 50. I could pass with a 70 and be good. Or I can be great and pass with 100 or 95.
You'd be average if you pass with a 70. Good would be 80. 85.
I mean that's semantics.
Here's an average, good, and great.
Yeah, but
a person that's averaging 7 points in the NBA, you're an average player. You're a good player if you average 15, 17. You're a great player if you averaging 25, 30.
I just said that.
So there is an average, though. I'm saying there's an average.
Yeah. But again,
so there's three levels to it.
Yeah, but we ain't talking about average, though. We talking about good and great, which is why I used the example I used. If I'm meeting the bare minimum of what you require, then that could be good. That's just like in school, just like I said, the grading system, right, is very, equate to that. Like, if I get 70...
That's good.
That's good.
Good enough to pass.
I passed.
Good enough to graduate. Good enough to.
You know what I'm saying?
everything.
Or I can get 95 and be great. It's just different. Even in terms of the community, it's certain people that'll be out there every day in the community, and I'm touching these people or whatever. And there's certain people that'll be great in this community, and I'm good in this community, and I'm able to build houses in Africa, and I'm able to transfer my foundation. I got situations going in Cali. I got situations going in New York. I got situations going in Florida. Even if I'm not there hands on, I'm over it. I'm controlling it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just able to do it at an extraordinary level. I feel like that's what's great. And in terms of a relationship, it echoes what Kenny is saying in terms of, again, if I'm doing bare minimum in terms of what you want, I'm still checking all your boxes. I'm just barely checking. I'm barely getting over the rim compared to me just going above and beyond everything you want. I'm protecting, providing, connecting with you on an emotional level. I'm providing structure for you. I'm being a great dad to your children. I'm taking care of your moms when she need help. I'm doing everything. That's great. Compared to good is I'm protecting, providing, and that's about it, because that's all a man's quote unquote role or responsibility is supposed to be. So I feel like that's what the difference is. But dope question though. And we're gonna move on to the last one of the day. This is from Clear, Patreon member.
What we got?
Say, hey y'all, it's Clear again. On the last episode, y'all spoke on wise men who don't want to date single mothers. Can y'all give opinion on single full-time dads? Do y'all think women who don't have kids would have an issue with dating single full-time dads?
No. A lot of
Women.
Yes.
I was reading the comments. And it was kind of 50-50. Like, some women didn't care, but like I was trolling, but I was telling the truth too, because she was saying, why don't women talk about issues about dating single men? And I said, because a lot of women like to take on projects. They cool with that. They cool with taking
That's
on.
a good point.
They cool with taking on those responsibilities, understanding that he may have a crazy baby mama, but a lot of times she don't care. She don't care what coming with that.
A single dad to me is a man that got his kids. You're not just a dad. You get what I'm saying? Like you're someone that take care of your kids 24/7. That's a single dad, right? So a single dad, from what I seen, from my opinion, they always have structure. Every single dad I've ever had, they may be stressed because they get the least amount of help. Just back to that, what we first talked about on this pod with that woman, masculine energy. How many people go to the help of a single dad?
You don't get no help.
You don't get no help.
Which is why I got a very good question I'm about to ask y'all when y'all done. But continue.
You know what I'm saying? You don't get no like, what single dad have you ever seen on Section 8? You don't see that.
How many single dads you hear complaining?
You know what I'm saying? Complaining about all this shit. They just going to work. You know what I'm saying? And they may be scrapping tooth and nail to make ends meet for their kids, but they doing what they got to do.
Let's be honest. Women are attracted to that. Women are attracted to seeing a man take care of his kids and take care of business.
You know, I mean,
But ironically,
as men, we're not supposed to show weakness. So I mean, we definitely hurt, but we're not going to show it because that's not in our bloodline. Women are going to do that. Women are emotional. They're going to show when they're hurt, when they're down. They're going to show it. Men, we're not going to do that. That's
we above help?
No, I didn't ever say we wasn't above help.
Because that's how they treat single dads. From what I see, they treat them like you are above getting some help.
Yeah, because we don't ask for it.
A man can't get on no wick.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you definitely get on wick.
A man can't.
Shit.
It's women, infants, children.
We talking about just climate. Yeah, you can, but regular climate before this shit happened. A single dad going to work every day, because every single dad I've ever known, they go to work every day. Them boys is working, and they might be working on their knees to feed their family, but they feeding that kid or them two kids, got the apartment, got the crib, making that shit happen, and not complaining. You see the stress on their face though. You know what I'm saying? But every day they got a smile on their face and they happy to be around their kid.
Stress be from the baby mama.
You get what I'm saying?
And the irony of the situation is, I heard O say, you know, that type of thing is attractive to a man. I mean, to a woman. Mm-hmm. Like that structure. The irony is that type of thing is attractive to a man.
On the cool.
If you run into a mom, like a great mother that's really taking care of her kid in her kid life, that's sexy because it shows me that you are a nurturer. Mm-hmm. Which means if you can take care of your child like that, if you love me, I know you're gonna take care of me very similar. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of like women coming into dating men with kids, I think you know, again, the perspective is that I'm not gonna have to deal with the kid as often. Mm-hmm. That's the perspective. Now, in terms of, you know, the actual situation, it may be different. Just like Smooth talking about, you know, if I'm a dad, then my kid live with me every day, day for day. Then he goes spend weekends with his mom. That's a different dynamic. And I think a lot of women have issue with that, if we're gonna be honest. And it's not even because of the situation. It's because I'm walking to the situation knowing I'm gonna be second priority forever.
That's what it is.
That's hard for a lot of women. Men don't mind it because men are not high maintenance. Men don't really need to be, you know, a lot of attention paid to us. If we come in and we getting, you know, sufficient cooking, we getting our sex when we need it, you know, we getting our support when we need it, we cool. That's it. But women, different.
Yep.
Women want your world to revolve around them. Mm-hmm. So it's hard for a lot of women to come in, especially a full-time dad, because that means I'm active. I'm at the PTA meetings. I'm taking her to practice. I'm doing everything. I'm waking her up, you know, brushing her teeth, feeding her, everything, day for day.
And on top of that, I'm working.
And working. So your ass is third priority.
Yep.
And that's hard for women to take. That's hard.
It takes a special woman.
Especially a woman without kids.
Ooh.
Especially a woman
without kids, she might as well not go there.
Straight up. Like that's hard. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's just it. But the question that I wanted to ask y'all, why is there such a negative connotation around single mothers, but not so much single dads?
Because of Krew Season podcast.
I think for real, I think it's like with the generations going, I think it's like what I just spoke on, like the help that they get, and then they still complain. You know what I'm saying? They still got something to complain about, but you getting all the help and you getting every tool that you need to make it out your situation, and you finesse the situation to stay there. Right? But for a single father, you don't even get that tool. You know what I'm saying? It's like they tie everything behind your back and tell you, hey, you get out of there, boy, you did a good job. And most single fathers, they thrive in that. Most single women, for real, I'm from the hood. From what I see, they stay in them positions forever. Mm-hmm. You've been living rent-free for 10 years. I can't imagine a man, you know what I'm saying, that know he gonna work every day, live for free for 10 years. The money he gonna put away. The move he'll make to put his kids in a different place other than where he at. Come on, man. So that's why the negative connotation. And then on top of that, with this woman, she feel like, I don't need no woman. That man still feel like I need a woman. And he always feels like that. But he understands everything that's coming around here. Hey, when you come over here, you are second tier right now until you prove that you're going to be worthy of stepping in and relieving me of some of this pressure.
Yeah, man, I think it's just interesting because, like, when you see a woman with kids, it's like, damn, she got kids. Damn, that's crazy. Mm-hmm. When a man, oh yeah, man, this man taking care of his daughter, you know, every day. Aww.
I think society depicts men to never be there for their kids. So
right, that's the answer I was
fishing. Fathers are normally not in their life. So when you see a man that has a kid and he has it full time, the mother's not there, you're like, oh shit, you got the kid? Damn, you actually fought to have the kid as custody?
You must be taking care of business.
That's what I see.
Like, and if you really just step back from a macro perspective and think about it, like, that shit is crazy.
And then on top of that,
in terms of the difference in reaction,
every single father that I know that got their kid don't get child support. They don't do the child support route.
Yeah,
they don't handle their business.
They don't really want to have full custody most of the time.
You get what I'm saying? They just handle their business.
They would rather do split custody, share 50-50 with the custody than say, hey, I want the kid full time.
You know what I'm saying?
You think that is?
Regardless of how much, because us men, pride, ego, and
neo machismo.
Because I think they definitely want the kid.
Society judges are different as well.
They understand that they need to be there for their mother.
They understand that the woman needs the kid needs a mom.
I agree.
I think that's a big part in that too. And it's just like with divorces, you know, most men ain't gonna apply for the divorce. They don't want to be
alimony. Divorce and alimony. Yeah, you know, for sure.
then you gotta look at the kid like the man be like the reason why. Or why is my mom not here? Well,
forget that. Well, your mama.
I asked for full custody. I don't want you around you.
That's a conversation you have when they.
Women can say that. They can say, hey, I want a full custody. I don't want your dad around, but the father ain't gonna say that.
And that's the thing. Why do we bite the bullet like that so much, man? Like if you just really think about it, because like a lot of times, like we seen it. You know, they have a kid, they live in separate places. The mama bashing the daddy, left and right. Don't matter how the relationship ended. She bashing the daddy, but the daddy, she could have cheated on him, and he'll never say nothing negative about her to the child. Bro. So why do we just gotta bite the bullet and just be the bigger? Like it's just, oh man, that shit just be annoying me, bro.
Like Future, your mom.
That's real though. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it could be true, and if we say that, we get backlash for that.
Right.
But women saying, "Oh, your daddy ain't shit," that's just accepted.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
We gotta stop.
I tell you, man. I said that a long time ago. Just me peeping that. I say, damn, a single father for real, get no help out here. And to me, that's the most stressed man, but he's more at peace too.
True. True.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's stressed when he's not around his kid.
Yeah, that's for damn sure.
He's stressed because, damn, like he's feeling like all this stuff. But when he around his kid, all that shit go away. You know what I'm saying? They may become the coach. They may become goddamn the tutor. Because a single father, he's the coach, he's the tutor, everything. You get what I'm saying? Everything. He may be the halfway taking care of your friend at school because they ain't got no leadership and no structure. You get what I'm saying?
And it might be kind of the reason why, if you think about it, like seeing a man had a kid, you kind of gonna wonder what the woman did on the cool. It's like, why does he have the kids?
Why does he have the kids?
What did she
That's
do?
true, though.
Because in more cases, we know it's gonna be with the woman.
Right.
So almost like, what did she do? Like she had to be a terrible mama, or she had to just not be in the kid's life, or something like that.
That is the thought process. So immediately, we don't have to know nothing else about the situation.
Yeah.
Be like, damn, she trash. How'd you let that happen?
And he got the daughter. He got 2 daughters.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But you hear about that though. I've heard several
I
stories
see it,
where women just abandoning the relationship or the kids or marriage.
Or she just dropping the kid off to the dad house like, hey, I want to do what I want to do.
I know firsthand experience. We ain't gonna get into that.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
I know a few. The mama go out, especially like she have a few kids. She out, they not together no more. She go on her dates, leave the kid at the daddy, and just do what she do, like, and go date, go do her thing.
But I feel like them type of men right there, fool, that step up to the plate of that and don't fold, and I feel like them men don't get enough credit, bro.
At all, they never do.
Because that's a lot. That's a lot, bro. You still gotta be super masculine out here. Take care of everything. No help.
Again, shout out to the dads that's out there active in their kid life. We do not get enough respect for that. We don't get enough praise for that. That's another thing I feel like it's kind of lopsided. It's not blasted at the forefront like it should be compared to a dude that ain't taking care of his kids. So shout out to the full-time dads.
All my boys.
Thank you. I appreciate that, yo.
We not. Okay, I know I said last question was the last question, but this is really the last question. I forgot to answer one. Shout out to my girl, J. Desiree. She sent something in for us. She said, hey, yo, I have a topic for y'all for the podcast. In a marriage, should a rebuttal response in a disagreement be, quote, unquote, this is how I've always been?
Nope.
Or, quote, unquote, you knew this is how I am when you met me? Nope. Should a marital spouse be the same person or respond to disagreements as if and justify their being by how they've, quote unquote, always been, regardless? Should a spouse have the same in behavior or justify their behavior because of how they've always been? Would that equate to if you reacted a specific way at 20, you do the same at 30? So she's basically saying, like, should you be able to rest on that? Mm-mm. Because this is how I've always been, you can't really get mad at me for responding this way.
Marriage, you give that up, boy. In a marriage, you give that up. You know what I'm saying? You work for what's healthy for the team, and how I've always been ain't healthy for the team, brother. That ain't healthy for the team.
But let me provide some pushback because this is why I'm a bit jaded. This is why I'm a bit conflicted.
Depending on what it is?
No. Let's say what it is. Okay. But it's like when you met me, you knew this is how I was, and you didn't agree with it then. If we're gonna be honest,
okay,
you might not have said nothing. But you didn't agree with it then. But you allowed us to get married. You allowed us to be in this relationship. And now because we're in this marriage, I'm just supposed to flip a switch on something that's foundationally me. Is that fair?
That's no. I'm talking about like if something she don't like and it ain't something like it ain't something in the norm for you. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's something in the norm, like if you let's meet somebody, right? If one of y'all meet somebody, but y'all you go out with the fellas twice a month or 3 times a month. Mm-hmm. Y'all get married and she like, nah, I don't want you going out. That's not gonna work.
Right.
Because y'all always gonna have pushback on that. You trying to change who I am foundationally. And you knew like this whole time while we was dating and all this type of shit, you knew I do this.
That's my grievance. That's my grievance.
Saying?
But she's saying as the marriage grows, you should be kind of growing as well. So say, for instance, y'all got together in your early 20s. Now that you're 33, do you still have license to hold that, hey, you knew who I was when you met me? Yeah, I knew who you was, but you shouldn't be the same person. That's what she's saying. Do y'all agree with that?
Nah, because people grow out and grow into stuff. Or some people don't grow out of stuff. You know what I'm saying? If it's I feel like if it's on you completely can't do, you shouldn't marry them.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like if it's on that, you should never marry them. But if it's not, and they like that for the rest of their life, that's just what it is. That's just like if you meet a gamer, right? A true gamer, and he's playing games from the time you meet him, 20 years old, 21 years old. To 33, and you're asking them, you didn't made enough money on playing these games. I need you to go get a real job. You're gonna look at you crazy. Like, cause you know what this is. So now I don't believe in that. If it's something foundational for that person, then you should be able to work around it. Or if you want, or if it's bothering you now since you older, have a conversation about that. A grown-up ass conversation about that.
What about defense mechanisms? Like we responded about last part. When we get in conflict, when we argue, I've always responded in this way. Mm-hmm. But now that I'm 30, should I be responding differently? Or can I lay back on, well, you knew this is how I responded to this type of shit when I was that age?
I feel like you are who you are with your back against the wall, man. Whoever you show, whether that's goddamn 15, 18, 40, whatever you show when your back against the wall, that's who you're going to always be. It only takes something outside of that, it only takes something drastic for you to change that. And I'm talking really drastic for you to change that. Outside of that, when you're back against the wall, if you somebody that always fold, you're going to fold. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is. Well, if you somebody that's not argumentative, you're not going to argue. That's just not in you to argue all day. You're just not going to flip a switch and be like, I want to argue every day. Or every time we get a disagreement, I want to argue. That's just not going to be you. That's just what it is. You are who you are when you're back against the wall. When adversity strikes you, what you do in that moment, that's who you're going to be. Every time that situation comes up, that's who you're going to be.
What's the
and
question
that's how I feel.
again? How'd you ask the question?
Question is, in a marriage, should a rebuttal response during a disagreement be, this is how I've always been, or you knew this is how I was when you met me? Like, and she's basically asking, like, okay, y'all been in this relationship a decade, 5-6 years. You responded a certain way during arguments in your 20s.
Right.
And it wasn't healthy, or it was toxic. But now that you're 30, because it's going on so long, should you be able to rest in saying, well,
that's why
this is how I always responded?
That's why
is that, or should there be, and she's basically asking, like, is that deviant from growth? And that's why I'm conflicted, because it's like, on one end, I understand what Smooth is saying, and I kind of agree that you knew who I was when you signed up for this.
Correct.
But as a man, and like we always say on this pod, the person you met at the beginning of this relationship is not going to be who it is a decade later.
That's true.
Or shouldn't be. There should be some room allowed for growth. There should be some now foundationally who I am as a person.
That should never change.
Should never change. That's who I am. But in terms of like defense mechanisms, just like we was talking about a couple weeks back, we get in an argument, I shut down. I don't whatever. And she get mad at that, and then I say, well, this is how I always been. It's what I always done when we got in conflicts. Is that right, or should I be able to be then grew?
That's wrong, but it's also like when you meet a person like that, like you got to give them that type of space to do that with you.
It gave you 5 years.
No, not the years.
What was it addressed?
It ain't about time. It ain't about time. Trust me, I know. It's about space. It's about time, like say if you talking to you talking to your partner and he or she is belittling you all the time, right? You're not gonna be as responsive to that. But if you address them like, hey, if you don't talk to me in this type of way and we just talk as adults, you'll get more out of me. And then bam, he or she changes her tone, and that's way more productive than what they was doing. Next time they have a problem, they're gonna try to approach you the way they can get production out of you.
No. What you saying is right, because you're talking about progress. But what if during arguments that person belittles you and emasculates you from the door, and then again 5 years later they still doing it, and you like, hey, look, this should not be going on, and then they say, I've always responded like this during conflicts.
Yeah, hey,
are they wrong for that?
You should dip. No,
but are they wrong for that?
They not wrong.
I don't think they wrong for that because it wasn't addressed.
But you are wrong for thinking they gonna change that.
Yeah,
you are wrong. You get what I'm saying? Because that stuff like that, like that's on everybody's to never do list. Like I can break up with you for this. But if you take that from the jump and you just like, I overwhelmingly love this person, they do everything else how I need them to do it, and you still marry them. And then 5-10 years later, you still have that one problem that's on your I can't deal with this shit list. You should address that before y'all even got married. Hey, you gonna have to stop doing this or I'm gone.
But also in the same thing though, like we say people change. What if you did tolerate it in the beginning and then 5 years later, then now it's not tolerable? But at first you could. At first you was letting it slide because it was, all right, it ain't that big. But it's like now it's occurring a little too often.
Yeah.
Or now, you was on level 8, now letting you get by. Now you pushed it to 9, 10.
Yeah, shit like that, man.
I don't think this is how I've always been. Is ever a good answer?
It's not. It's not.
Be honest with you. I think you should be like, okay, well, why do you feel a certain way about how I come at you about that? I think you should address it that way. But saying this is how I've always been,
right?
Well, you're not open for change. You're not open for progress. You're not open for any type of discussion.
Your mindset ain't open.
You're not going to change that. If you give me that type of answer, I'm
checking out
that you're not going to change. There's no point in me ever even trying to explain why I don't like it, because you're already set in your ways, basically. Right. It's not going to benefit us.
Yeah, how I look at it, man, I look at it as, especially like when you get into a relationship when you're in your 20s, man, you ain't even came to your final form. I don't want to say final form, but you're not even developed yet. So a lot of the stuff that you're doing is wrong, to be honest. Just because, she let it slide for this long,
right,
don't mean it's right. It's wrong. So I feel like as a person, you should be constantly trying to improve on yourself as a person, certain habits. I know I can speak firsthand. I speak all the time about being vindictive. That was my mindset when I was young, and that was in my relationship as well. Like there was no difference in terms of how I handled things. I handled my girl or my wife like I would a stranger on the street, and that's wrong. Even though it got me by when I was younger, but now I'm in a different situation. We got to be on the same page in terms of a relationship. So I got to learn how it is best that you communicate, and I got to kind of adapt. Just like you got to learn how best I communicate, and you got to kind of adapt. But sacrifices got to be made. Changes got to happen. I can't just say, hey, I've been vindictive since I was 5 years old. You got to deal with that.
You gonna deal with this.
Being vindictive is toxic. It's wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like as a person, you should be constantly growing. And if you making a statement like that, it's like Kenny said, you don't give a damn about growing. So we ain't got no business being together. Yeah, that's just real.
Hell of a question, though, baby. I like it.
Yeah. Salute to Jay Desiree. On that note, man, we gonna get up out of here. Y'all boys, shout out to our social medias and things of that nature.
SMUV __. Man, follow your boy, man. Goddamn, I'm trying to get to 10,000 before the end of next year.
So _fitness, all platforms. Shout out to all my clients, JC, Kayla, all of y'all. Appreciate y'all. S5 podcast, of course, and then my little bro got his Twitch thing going on, King Sowell 320. Make sure y'all follow that boy if y'all on that Twitch.
KT _Goodrich. That's all I got.
DTRILAC everywhere. Y'all know where to find me at. Make sure y'all following the Krew Season pages on every platform, Instagram, Twitter.
Ain't no podcast coming out for Christmas. Let me let y'all know right now. Well, I ain't gonna be here.
I'm gonna be here
right now.
Hey, then one more thing.
Got something special for y'all for Christmas. But go ahead, big dog.
But I'm trying to look for black owned clothing companies. So I'm sporting something black on right now, but you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to sport this type of thing. I'm trying to be on this type of wave. So if y'all know some black owned clothing companies, man, that make some good clothes, then holler at me. Especially if they embroidered, you know what I'm saying, some shit like that. Just holler at me, man. Send that my way.